The Tom Hartley brand is just so different to anything else. We sold 408 cars last year, came to 114 million.
You ever thought about Dubai?
There'd only be one king, and that would be us. I'm very proud to be British. The country's trying to kill us. Hopefully nothing bad happens to Kislama.
What's the biggest scam in the car world?
Every part in that car is from a Volkswagen. Total bollocks. Ferrari could bring out a bucket of horse shit, and you would thank them for selling it to you. The Bugatti doesn't give a f***. It's completely different to anything that anyone's ever driven. It should be 10 million.
Yeah, but I should be married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Why aren't you?
Exactly. Why isn't that 10
Have you ever
million?
been in the room with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Out of the veyron and the huayra, which one are you having?
I've had both.
Ooh.
People who talk bad about McLaren are people who don't have a McLaren. Yes, a few did set on fire.
What's the most you've ever lost in a car? Carl, I'm going to ask you to pick one of these in a minute.
Why?
Just one.
Why one?
Just one.
Okay.
But first, how much total stock have you got in here right now? I mean, there's...
Well, just this floor?
Well, no. So you've got 3 floors here.
Yeah.
And then you've got a big room out the back there.
Yeah, the other showroom. Yeah.
There must be, what, 20 cars in there?
Yeah, about that.
And then you've got a load parked outside. Mm-hmm. You've got a countach parked outside in the rain.
I know, I know.
Is that how you should keep them nowadays?
Well, that's, I'm just trying to show people how durable they are and how usable they are.
You got a 355 out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of the stock here in the 5 areas, what do you reckon the total value is?
I mean, look, you ask me this quite a lot when
Yeah, but
every time
it
you come
changes, doesn't it?
But that's the thing. Over the last, I would say, 6 months, I can see and feel this business expanding and getting bigger than what it was. We're carrying more stock, but we're not carrying more stock because we're selling less cars. We're selling more cars and carrying more stock.
Yeah.
So we normally would hover around the region somewhere between 23 and 25 million. It's now closer to 30.
So 30 million quid's worth of cars.
But bearing in mind here, just in them 3, we've got 8.5.
8.5 in those 3.
Yeah, just in those 3.
All right. Well, later I want to talk about those 3.
Yeah.
8.5 in 3 cars. Wow. Mm-hmm. And you don't do sale or return, do you?
Not predominantly, no.
No.
Most dealers, they work on a 99.9% ratio of sale or return.
Right.
We try and do the opposite if we can, but we offer a service. We try and tailor make our service to the seller.
Yeah.
If he wants the money now and straight now and he can do something with it, then we're happy to buy it.
Right.
We'd rather buy it. If he doesn't and we can't quite agree on that price, and I still think there's a potential for me to earn some money and him to get a better price.
Yeah.
Or I might have a customer kind of already lined up, then we will do a sale or return.
Right. But you own most of this stock, do you?
Yeah.
Does that not scare you having, 20, 30 million quid in stock that could drop 20%? 25%?
They could drop 50%. But some of them could go up 25, 50% as well.
Yeah.
That Veyron's a perfect example.
You think that'll go up?
That is on the rise massively. From the last time I sold it, which was 2 years ago, it has currently gone up.
Wait. I want to talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because I want to get some numbers out of you.
Right.
And this is not an easy question, so I'll give you time.
Okay.
I want you to estimate the value of all the cars you've ever sold in your whole life.
Be impossible.
Yeah, it won't. Nothing's impossible. You said you can sell anything.
Well,
you told me that.
For example, I tell you why it's impossible, because you can't go over, like I could tell you last year what our turnover was last year. I know this for a fact, literally down to the penny.
So that will be the value of the cars you sold.
Yeah, that's the value of the cars that we sold.
Yeah.
So we sold 408 cars last year.
Right.
Which to some dealers, they might sell that in 6 months as a supercar market or something. Other dealers who are in this market might sell 50 cars a year.
Yeah.
So, but this is the impressive thing. What I was impressed of, so I don't want anybody else to be impressed, this is what impressed me, was the average price was 280,000.
Wow.
That was the average price car.
So
some were 100,
Yeah.
some were 1 million,
Yeah.
some were 700, some were 200.
Yeah.
But it worked out at the end, the average price was 280,000. So that came to 114 million.
And how long have you been doing this?
That's the thing. We've been in business for 52 years, but we haven't been doing that for 52 years.
No.
So it's hard. I mean, it's definitely
It's in the billions.
It's definitely over $1 billion, probably in the billions. I'm not sure how many billions. When you get to $1 billion, you don't need to count anymore.
I get the feeling you are the sort of person that counts, though.
I always count. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't read or write, but I can count.
Although I did see you doing that with your fingers earlier.
Yeah. Toes.
19, 20.
I don't wear socks just because just because of that reason.
So you've sold billions of pounds worth of cars.
Yes.
Okay. What's the most expensive car you've ever sold?
We've sold many cars in the.
And I don't want any of this. Oh, I can't name the car. Can't name the client. You know, this is our show.
Well,
this is Cars and Money.
I know, but I can't name the car and I can't name the client.
But you can name the price.
I can name the price.
Okay.
It was £23 million.
But surely you can name the car without naming the car.
It was a one of two car. So
it'd be too obvious. But
Yeah.
maybe it could have been the other car.
it was one of them.
Okay, so you sold a car for 20 odd million. Okay, what's the most expensive car you've sold that you can name?
What? I've sold some cars that are worth a lot of money today that weren't worth that when I sold them.
Yeah.
Does that count? I suppose that doesn't count.
Well, we'll come back to that because that'd be a fun question.
Yeah.
But like, I want you to name some cars that you've sold for big money.
I mean, LaFerrari Apertas, they're $5 million.
Right, and you've sold?
I've sold 3 of those.
You sold 3 of them?
Yeah, Bugatti Chirons.
What are they roughly?
4 million. Between 3 and 4, depending on the variant.
And how many of them have you sold?
10.
Does this
Enzo's, LaFerraris, F50s. I mean, they're all kind of bunched up similar kind of money, between 3 and 5 and 6 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's as you know, you've been here a lot. It's not uncommon for me to have numerous cars for more than 2, 3, 4 million pounds.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I mean, when you start getting up to 10, you think, okay, well, this is an expensive car. But if someone come and bought the LaFerrari, which they did yesterday, it's a LaFerrari. We sold a LaFerrari, 3.5 million.
You've sold that car?
Sold it yesterday.
And you sold it for, oh no, wait.
I also bought that yesterday. So yesterday was a big turnover day.
Okay, what's the most you've ever made in a car? You don't have to say the car. How much? Because you're the supercar dealer that says.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed to because profit's not a dirty word.
No.
And
you're in the business of selling cars.
And depending on, what car it was, because our percentage kind of stays the same. If we sell a car for 100,000 or for 20 million, my percentage stays the same.
Yeah.
So couple of million quid, 2.5 million.
One car.
One car.
How'd you do that with a straight face?
Very easily. It's normal.
And if there was a car that you could have 1,000 times because it just sells so quick, so well, at great money, what car would that be?
Well, that determines on the price of the car. So, for instance, a LaFerrari, I could sell 10 LaFerraris today if they were the right price. If they were the wrong price, I can't sell any.
Right.
So, at just below the market price, a LaFerrari is probably the most saleable car in the world right now.
Wow. And how much were they new?
£1 million plus VAT. So 1.2.
Yeah. Okay. What's the most you've ever lost in a car?
Well, I haven't lost as big as what we've won, hence why we're still in business. But, we've lost 200,000-300,000 in a car before. But what we tend to do, obviously, you can't get it right all the time.
No.
And you've only lost money in a car when you liquidate it.
Yeah.
When you realise the sale. So if the market dropped on that car and you feel like, or I feel like, this is going to come back in 3 or 4 years, then I'll just keep it.
Right.
Few cars that we've lost big money in are not those cars, and they were on a downhill spiral and still are on a downhill spiral. So although I lost...
Which cars are those?
Some Rolls Royces, some new Rolls Royces.
Right.
In COVID, you couldn't get a Rolls Royce. You couldn't get any car, as you know. And we... COVID was such a strange time. We were buying cars for what we knew was too much money. We knew this is too much, but we just keep selling them.
Right.
So what do you do when you keep selling things?
Keep buying them. What? But you were just like, this has got to end at some point, and when it
So-
ends, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, but the wins more than made
Of
up for
course.
the lot. So you just
Yeah.
got to keep rolling the dice, and that's what we just rolled the dice a couple of times too many. But we done well to only roll it a couple of times too many, because we were just doing so well and making such big money of cars. You can't stop.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to end 6 months before. So for 6 months, we just were like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll have that. And then when you think, that's too much money. Next day sold. So you go and buy another
Wow.
one.
And have you ever seen anything in the car market like you saw in COVID?
I've seen the opposite. How cars skyrocketed in COVID. I seen the opposite in 2008, 2009,
Right.
where there was no floor. There was
Just kept dropping.
There was no floor. The cars were just. It was literally the price of a car was how much someone would pay on that day, and you're dealing with desperate people who need the money, which makes you wary, because we're obviously dealing with successful people in different sectors of business, and they're panicking, and they're happy to take this money for this car because they're panicking, and then you're inheriting the problem.
But you've got 30 million quid's worth of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was the other side of the scale of such a drastic change in a market.
Do you think a market like that's coming again sometime soon?
Well, if you listen to me, Dad, he's been saying it since 2009 that it's coming back.
Because
But
things go in cycles, don't they?
yeah,
What are we, 18 years since the last one?
They do, but I feel like you live and you learn. Okay, so
Yeah, but generations don't. What I mean by that is you learn from 2009.
Yeah.
So you'll see the signs.
there was another one-
All the young people coming through, they haven't got that lesson. They'll make the same mistakes.
and there was another one early 90s. Am I right?
Yeah, I
there
think
was
so,
there was a
yeah.
big recession early 90s.
I mean, there is every 18-ish couple
yeah,
of decades.
20 years. Yeah. So, is there? I don't know. I would do things a lot differently
How?
in a COVID situation.
What would you do?
Well, initially in COVID, we assumed that the car market was going to go like it did in 2008, 2009. So, you were very, very wary. If I had my time again, in the early stages of a pandemic like that, I would buy everything.
Of course you would.
Just buy
Watches
everything.
as well. You buy.
I'd buy anything I could put my hands on. Everything and anything.
So you kind of have
Just
to.
come to me.
So do the opposite of what everyone else is doing.
Do the exact opposite. Just shortly after, 6 months into COVID or whatever it was, 12 months, when people realized that it was all a load of bullshit, everyone just got back to life and realized that, okay, let's get back to life. Okay, I want a new car. Well, actually, the car manufacturers are not making any cars at the minute because they're shut down. Car prices went up.
Yeah.
And then Putin decided to drop a bomb on the Ukraine, which didn't really work well for the car business, because Russia is a big place and it has a lot of car allocations. A lot of people in Russia are very wealthy. And most manufacturers stopped delivering cars to Russia. So all the allocations were probably given to the UK. So hence Rolls-Royce went from you can't get one to, we'll give you 100,000 off one within a month.
Right.
We were having all the allocations in from Russia. There was another scenario with Porsche in COVID. So it's COVID, you can't get cars. Putin's dropped a bomb, but he's dropped a bomb in an area that make some kind of computer chip for the ECU in Porsche. So they can't create any ECUs to put into the new cars to sell the new cars. So it was a frenzy. It was a free for all. No one knew which direction to go in.
Yeah, wow. And on that note, are you noticing a shift of a lot of UK millionaires and billionaires leaving? Are some of your
massive.
clients now leaving the UK?
Absolutely massive. There's so many people are leaving the UK. But a saying that my dad always said to me, one man's meat is another man's poison. What that means is not everyone is doing worse and being taxed more. There's people in other sectors that, okay, they're now doing really well. People in our sector of buying and selling stuff, we're getting taxed more. The country's trying to kill us, literally trying to kill us. But you just got to knuckle down and, hopefully nothing bad happens to Keir Starmer.
Are you getting more overseas buyers?
My customers that are leaving the UK still want to remain my customers. So recently sold a LaFerrari to a customer in Dubai. The car wasn't in the UK. I didn't own the car, didn't have the car. He wanted the car. I found him the car. That was already in Dubai and supplied it to him.
Right.
So, you know, that's not business I'm losing, because he would have bought one in the UK or he'd have bought one in Dubai, and I managed to sell him the one in Dubai.
Yeah.
So I'm doing more overseas business with local clients.
Yeah. What about you? Have you ever thought about either moving to Dubai or setting up a Tom Hartley in Dubai? You'd kill it out in Dubai.
I know we would. The Tom Hartley brand is just so different to anything else, and this is no disrespect to any dealers out there in Dubai. They do a great job, and they've got a great playground. But if the Tom Hartley brand turned up, you know, everyone would be shaken up, and you know there'd only be one king, and that would be us.
So why don't you?
I got family here. My dad wouldn't leave the country.
You wouldn't have to leave the country to set up a dealership out there, would you?
But our dealership, the way we do business, is all about the personal touches that we give.
Yeah.
Dealing with us, meeting us, seeing us, coming to the Hartley estate. If you know, I think
it
if
sounds
you take that
like
away,
someone who wants to do it but can't. That's
I mean,
the
who
vibe
doesn't?
I'm
Who
getting.
doesn't want to move to a hotter climate and pay no tax? Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to do that? We all want to do that. But you know, I love the UK.
Couldn't you stay here and your dad stay here and you go there?
I wouldn't want to live there. I wouldn't want to live there. I'm very proud to be British, and I love this country, and it's called Great Britain for a reason. It's not so great anymore. It's probably just call it Britain, let's say. But you know, I'm very proud to be English, to be British, and I don't want to leave. But if things keep going the way they are, I mean, I don't know how much worse they can get. But
What if they put a wealth tax on? They're talking about that, aren't they?
talk me through that.
Well, basically, you'll have to get your net worth valued probably every year, and you'll have to pay a percentage of it. And your net worth will be your paper net worth, so you might not have it liquid, but you'll have to pay it anyway.
That I can't see that. It'd be impossible.
Well, they've done it before, not many times and not in many countries, but it never seems to work.
Well, it's not going to work, is it?
So if you were taxed more, would you consider leaving?
Well, yeah, of course, 100%. You can't work to pay tax, and then just end up with nothing at the end. I'd rather work for somebody. You'd earn more money.
No risk.
I'm getting up every day. I'm working to pay my staff and to pay tax. I go home with nothing. No, not doing that.
No.
And if that's the way they want to try and push it, then they're giving us no choice.
Yeah. Okay. So should we talk about the big three?
We can talk about the big three.
Is this like the big three?
Well, I mean, yeah.
You wouldn't put a P1, you wouldn't replace one of these with a P1, McLaren P1?
I think as far as iconic cars come. Hypercars.
Yeah.
This is a big three. You got the Bugatti Veyron, which changed the world of cars. It changed the world. It changed the way cars were made. It changed the McLaren F1 held the world speed record for a road car for 18 years. That's a very long time. Bearing in mind, the world speed record gets held today for about 3 months, because Koenigsegg make a car that goes 1 mile an hour faster than a Bugatti, and then the Koenigsegg make another one, and then Bugatti make one. It's all over the shop. So to hold that record for 18 years is just absurd. It's ridiculous. Until the Bugatti came. When that came, it just changed the world of engineering in cars completely.
Okay, so if that Bugatti Veyron changed the world of engineering of cars completely, why is it not 3.5 million like the LaFerrari? It's a lot cheaper than the LaFerrari.
It should be 10 million. It should be 10 million.
Yeah, but I should be married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Why aren't you?
Exactly. Why isn't that 10
Have you ever been in
million?
the room with Gwyneth Paltrow? Have you shot
In
your
my
shot?
mind, I
Have you had the opportunity?
Like, but this whole like you're a realistic guy.
Yeah. I can tell you the reason.
So when you say it should, it either is or it isn't.
Well, the reason it isn't, and the reason it will never be, is because
It's
the running.
ugly as fuck?
No, it's the running costs. We've talked about the running costs.
Well,
on
let's
these
talk
cars.
about it again then.
I mean, the running costs on that car. If the running costs were half, the car would be double. It's simple.
But it probably wouldn't be the car that it is without the running costs, because I guess it's stressed to hell.
But the running costs that Bugatti say are the running costs are not the running costs.
But you're a car dealer.
Their
That's
costs.
normal, isn't it? They're not going to tell you,
I know.
oh yeah, this costs 150 grand every 6 months to run. They're never going to tell you that, are they?
No, but what I mean is, people think, okay, how much is a service at Bugatti? £20,000. How much are tyres? £32,000. Every 3 set of tyres, you need a set of wheels. €72,000. Right?
Keep going.
Where do you stop? The car's got 10 radiators. Each radiator's £10,000. You know,
How much is a standard oil change? The standard
there's
service?
that doesn't exist.
Because you get a whole list of things you need to do.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You get Inspector Gadget in to tell you, and Sherlock Holmes to tell you everything that's wrong with your car, and
Yeah.
they give you a bill a mile long. But it's knowing what needs doing and what's bullshit.
Yeah. So someone I know who's experienced ownership of this spent 150 grand in 6 months on maintaining it.
Well, it probably needed a few things, and it probably wasn't a great car. If a car has been well maintained, you don't get any silly bills. If a car's been used, you don't get any silly bills. And the bills you get from Bugatti, I can half. So I can get them done for 50% less.
Well, aren't Bugatti going to be on the phone to you pissed off?
Don't care. I love their brand. I don't love their servicing costs. And neither do my customers.
So that is what? How much is that Bugatti?
1.350.
Right. So you're selling that for 1.3
Yep.
million, and you think it should be 10 million?
I don't know of a reason why that car isn't £10 million, yeah.
Okay. And you think that can be owned with half the servicing costs?
Yep, 100%.
Is that not like a big faff though?
No.
What, just bring it to you? Is everyone going to bring their Bugatti to you?
I'll just tell you where to go and what to do. And when Bugatti give you a list as long as your arm for a £9,000 mirror motor that doesn't need replacing, you go, no, there's 9,000
So is
off.
that a real thing? £9,000 for a mirror motor?
But that's what they wanted to charge me.
£9,000.
And my mirror motor wasn't even broke. They
So the wing mirror goes in.
It was wiggly. It was just a bit wiggly.
So you fixed it yourself?
No, I had a friend fix it. He bought me 5 parts. They wanted 9,500 for one part. He bought me 5 of them for 89 pence. That came straight out of a Volkswagen Transporter. Every part in that car is from a Volkswagen. That's what I'm saying. If you go to Bugatti, you're paying Bugatti price.
Yeah.
You take the
Everything you can get from Volkswagen.
Every part in that car is from a Volkswagen. Every part. Some Passat, some Transporter. I'm serious. I'm serious. Every part of that car.
Even the Bugatti logo.
You peel it off, it probably says Volkswagen underneath it.
Fuck.
So that's why knowledge is key.
Yeah.
And that's why if you have the right knowledge or know someone with the right knowledge, you can own one of these cars, let it appreciate in value, and save yourself a lot of money in running costs. Now, the running costs are still relatively heavy compared to a Ferrari. Ferrari running costs are like so good. They're just so easy.
So how much could you run one of them for a year?
Well, I'd service it I probably wouldn't service it every year. I'd service it every 2 years.
Yeah. And you're talking like 500 miles a year or less?
Yeah, I'd service it every 2 years. Service would cost you 10 grand.
Okay, but then surely there'd be parts and repairs.
Yeah, okay, so let's chuck another 10. Let's say it costs you 10 a year.
You think you could run that on 20 grand a year? I can't run my Aventador on 20 grand a year.
Because you're going to the wrong place. That's only the same. That's only an Audi.
So you think you can run that on 20 grand a year?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, right. So we'll come back.
I didn't know that at the time when I had one, but now I do.
Yeah. Okay. LaFerrari.
Before we go to LaFerrari,
Yeah, okay.
if we went straight to the Pagani,
Yeah.
there's a major difference between these two cars.
What, the Bugatti and the
Yeah,
Pagani?
The difference being, do you know, like I've just said, everything on that car is a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every nut and bolt and washer and everything on that car is bespoke to Pagani, and it's got the Pagani
Except the
logo
engine.
on. Except the engine.
Except the main part, the engine.
So
is it in Merc engine?
haven't they got it absolutely right? German engineering, Italian design.
You've always got to come back.
What
It's
more
got
could
a
you
fucking
want?
Merc engine
Look, we
in it.
love the Italians, but they're not the, you know, they're known for their design.
Yeah.
You know, Germans are known for their engineering.
Yeah.
Let's just hook them both up.
Yeah.
And make a beautiful love child.
So how much is that Pagani?
That's 3 million.
3 million?
Yeah.
And which Pagani is that?
That's the
Huayra?
Pagani huayra.
How do you say it?
Huayra.
And that's spelled
Huayra.
H-U-A-Y-R-A.
Yeah.
Huayra.
Huayra.
Okay.
God
So-
of wind.
Is that what it... Gone with the Wind?
God of wind.
Oh, God of Wind. Nice. So, out of the Veyron and the Huayra, which one are you having?
Huayra.
Why? I thought that was supposed to be 10
Well,
million quid.
okay.
I thought that was the
But-
best... Changed the game for...
I've had both.
Oh,
So I don't want either at the minute. So
yeah, why?
I've got
why-
a real soft spot for both of these brands, for all
Is
three
it
of these
because you
brands.
love? You've
Pagani,
met him, you love him, don't you?
Pagani is such an incredible brand. I
Yeah.
mean, it's unreal. And when you go there and you meet Horatio, Mr. Pagani himself,
Yeah.
and you meet his sons, Christian, and you see the factory, and you, it's just, you're sold. You're
Yeah.
done. You just don't buy another car.
Right.
It's just incredible.
And how much were they new when they came
Same
out?
price, $1 million plus taxes.
Okay. And do you think that is
All
gonna
of these
go up?
cars started life the same price.
Well, I get they're competing with each other, I
Yeah.
guess, in the same market.
Well, no, the Veyron came first. The Veyron came quite a long way first.
Right.
So the LaFerrari is 2015, the Pagani is 2013, and the Veyron came out in 2006.
Do you not think that's the ugliest hypercar that's ever been made?
No, I think it's beautiful.
You don't, though.
I do.
You don't?
I do.
Okay, what's more beautiful, the Bugatti or the Pagani?
Nothing's more beautiful than a Pagani.
You sound quite possessive.
Yeah, I am.
You think that's beautiful?
Yeah, of course I do.
Is it because you've sold so many and made so much money on them?
That's one of the reasons. The other reason is it's different.
Yeah.
There's no other hypercar that looks like it.
No.
It's different, and it's kept in form with models that came before it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's the Chiron, I think, is a more beautiful car because it's more modern, and you know, I can see what you mean. When they call this the Bug, they don't necessarily call it a Bug because Bug is short for Bugatti. It actually looks
Yeah.
like a Bug.
Yeah, Beetle.
It looks like a Beetle. So yeah, I know what you said. Maybe my thoughts on the looks are different to what someone visually sees. I see more than that when I look at a Bugatti.
Yeah.
I see more than just the aesthetics of the design.
Yeah.
I see what it's all about and what it achieves and what it does, and how, when I owned one of these cars, how it made me feel every time I drove it.
And so is that the best car you've ever driven?
It's not the best car I've ever driven because time moves on, cars move on, technology moves on, and everything
At the
keeps getting
time.
better.
At the time
At
when
the
you
time,
drove the
yeah.
Veyron, it was the best
that,
car.
That doesn't drive like a car. Even to this day, there's not a car that drives like that.
How does it
It
drive
drives like an
different?
aeroplane. It
How?
sounds like an aeroplane. It doesn't feel like a car. It doesn't. It's completely different to anything that anyone's ever driven.
We'll try and explain to someone who's never driven one.
You drive the LaFerrari, incredibly good driving car. Many would say the best driving car in the world, and I would be close to agreeing with them because it is amazing. But you get the exhaust noise that a car should come with, the loud revs, the pops, the gurgles, the exhaust noise. You get it's lightweight, the steering is it's like it's a race car. The Bugatti doesn't give a fuck about any of that. It's a big, comfortable Bentley with 2 Bentley engines strapped together. We're not going to try and make it light because that would be an inconvenience. So let's leather everything. Leather roof lining, leather dash, Burmeister sound. That car had Burmeister sound system before Burmeister was in a car. And to make it the speed they did, they just thought, well, we'll just fucking put more power in. We'll get 2 engines and put them together. See how that works? You know, and that's what I just love about it. And the noise, all you hear is the induction of the turbos, the air coming in, the air coming out. It's spitting you back out. It just doesn't feel like a car.
Okay.
And the speed at the time, nothing delivers the speed. You put your foot down.
Was that scary?
Fuck. I mean, it was like being shot out of a cannon. And the only thing you need to be conscious of, not that I ever broke the law in my Bugatti, but one thing you've got to be conscious of is
on the
not
Autobahn in Germany.
It's stopping.
Right.
Anyone can do 230 miles an hour in a Bugatti very, very quickly and very easily. But then you've got to realize you need a mile of road to stop.
Wow.
You know, because you go so fast, so quick. If you're approaching, say for instance, you were on the Autobahn where you can go as fast as you like, and you were doing 120 miles an hour, and you've seen a car that was 200 yards in front of you, you brake and you'd stop in time. You feel like you're doing 120 miles an hour in that when you're doing 180 miles an hour, and you can cover a lot of ground at 180 miles. You know, you need to give yourself plenty of stopping space. So that big spoiler on the back actually works like an air brake as well. Right. When you slam your foot on the brake, and I learnt this by mistake one day. I didn't know this happened until it happened. The spoiler just goes completely vertical,
right,
and just stops like an air brake, and you feel it. It's just like opening a parachute. It's fucking amazing, that car. It's absolutely amazing.
So, what is the best car you've ever driven, pound for pound?
It would be recently. I mean, I've driven everything. I've driven McLaren F1s. I've driven Pagani. I'm naming the cars that people would say are the best driving cars. Now, everyone's different because people like different things. A lot of people like a manual gearbox, a naturally aspirated car, because people they're kind of like sheep. And because one person who knows what he's talking about said once that I like a manual, naturally aspirated car, everyone seems to jump on the bandwagon.
But isn't that a better driving experience, though? Hearing, being able to change and drive it properly, you just think that's a bit wank, do you?
Well, I just think manual is hard work sometimes. And it depends what you want to achieve on your drive. Do you want to go for a 5-10 minute blast? If you do, then yeah, I get it. But if you're like, right, I've got to go from point A to point B, it's going to take me an hour. I don't really want to be driving a manual car.
Yeah.
It costs me money. I can't use the phone. You know,
You can't use the phone anyway.
Yeah, but on Bluetooth.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, so what is the best car you've driven?
It'd be recent. It'd be a Ferrari SP3 Daytona.
Right.
Yeah, that is...
Have you ever had one in?
Yeah, I had one. Yeah, that's the one I've driven. We had one in a couple of months ago.
And it's that good?
It's just unreal.
And how much you sell
that? That is a naturally aspirated V12.
Hallelujah.
Roof comes off. It's just absolutely incredible.
And how much?
But do you know what? A LaFerrari is incredibly good as well.
How much did you sell the SP?
4.5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what were they new?
1.7.
Wow, they've gone up quick.
They went up instantly.
What do you think of this new F80, this brick of a car that looks like a Duplo brick?
Yeah, I think that's why the likes of an SP3 Daytona has gone up so much. Because the price of an F80 they're very expensive.
How much?
I think they're coming in at 3 million plus taxes.
Wow. So 20%, is that 20%?
20%, so you're 3.6. When an SP3 is half the price, there's 500 SP3 Daytonas made. 500 or 600 made. And there's 900 F80s. The SP3 is a V12 naturally aspirated. The F80 is a V6 hybrid. Come on, you know. You go and ask Lewis Hamilton, would he rather drive a 2008 V10 Formula One car that he once raced in, or today's 2025, you know, V6 small engine, not that loud. kind of cars. Yes, today's car will be faster, but the noise that them other cars made, just insane.
So what are Ferrari doing then with this F80, with the V6? What?
I think they're doing what most brands have got to do. You know, if you make over a certain number of cars, by law, your emissions need to be of a certain standard. And in order to make the cars that they want to make, to earn the money that they want to earn, they need to make the engine smaller. They need to go hybrid. They need to go greener.
Why do they need to make it look like a brick?
Well, you'll have to take that up with them, because I have no idea why they've done that. I don't think it's a good-looking car. I don't know anybody who does think it's a good-looking car. I know plenty of people who are getting the cars and who will have them and who will keep them and still don't think it's a good-looking car. So
What's Ferrari doing?
But what I will say about Ferrari is I remember when the Enzo was launched, I was at the Geneva Motor Show on the Ferrari stand when the Enzo was launched. I remember when they pulled the silk cover off the car. Quite a lot of people, including myself, looked at it and thought, not too sure about that, because the F50, had a big fixed wing on the back. I thought the F50 was a beautiful car, but it had mixed reviews. The Enzo didn't have a wing, was very sleek, was very boxy. No one really got it until like a year, 2 years later, and then it just came into its own. And if you look at the car today, it's a beautiful car. So will this happen with an F80? I hope so.
How can you look at a Duplo brick and call it beautiful?
We'll see. I'm with you, Rob. I'm completely with you. I'm not a lover of the car at all. I think it's going to be a flop. Personally, I think the only people who are going to want to buy them in the grey market are the people who just want the new thing because they want one before their next door neighbour gets one. That's it. I don't think anyone would look at that car and go, wow, you know what? I want to spend $4.5 million, because that's how much they're going to be. I want to spend $4.5 million on a Lego brick with a V6 engine. I can't see that being the case.
Wow.
But it will happen, and that's the power of Ferrari. Ferrari are the only brand that could do that. Ferrari could bring out a bucket of horse shit, and you would thank them for selling it to you. You would say, thank you so much. Thank you. I love it.
Yeah, but in the end, though, you can ruin a brand. I mean, how long would Jaguar go?
That car's not going to ruin the brand. Nothing could ruin Ferrari are on a different level.
Yeah, but that kind of arrogance.
Unless they employed the Jaguar marketing team.
Well, I don't think anyone will employ them now.
No, if they employed them, they'd have a good go at ruining the brand.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a good job with Jag.
They did. Yeah, we know what you think about that.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I think it's probably the worst rebrand I've ever seen.
It's just a travesty, isn't it?
I've ever seen.
What an incredible brand. British.
Yeah.
Motor racing history. Legends race for them. Won Le Mans. And then you go and do that. I mean, it's ridiculous. And you blatantly disregard your existing audience. Blatantly.
Yeah.
Disregard them. And say, we don't even really want to sell a car to you anymore. We want to sell a car to this new age crowd type
Who probably
person.
haven't got the money for the car.
Possibly so. But, how can you... Jaguar don't do very well in new cars. So not that they needed a rebranding, but they haven't done very well for a long time in regards to... None of their cars are in demand. They make good cars, but they're part of sort of Jaguar Land Rover. So you buy a Range Rover Sport or you buy an F-Pace, it's the same thing. Some people would rather have the F-Pace, some people would rather have the Sport. I don't care less. I don't sell either. But you have an audience that are loyal and they've stuck with you. And they're probably an older generation that have had Jaguars for years.
But, I mean, the XJs, they were lovely.
Well, were they?
I think they were. I mean, my dad had them, and
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you already have your market.
They were quite luxurious.
Yeah,
the
they
old
were.
Jags.
They had Jaguar, Daimler. At the time, they were going head to head with BMW and Mercedes, and they're a bit better quality than a BMW and a Mercedes back then. They weren't very plasticky. They were quite hand-built, handmade, luxury, British.
Yeah.
Us Brits, we buy British things.
Well, we don't anymore because we don't fucking make anything
Exactly.
anymore.
But
we would.
Like Aston Martin, for example.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the world loves anything British. It's just it means it's good quality. It's British.
It used
It's got
to.
heritage.
Yeah.
You know? And now we don't make anything anymore. So it used to be British.
Yeah.
And Aston Martin is a Mercedes. So, like, we're losing our way.
We are losing.
And the Jaguar marketing team are not helping.
Right, so let's go on to the LaFerrari then.
Yeah.
So the Pagani Huayra is how much?
3 million.
3 million. The Bugatti Veyron is 1.35 million. And the LaFerrari is
3.5 million.
3.5 million. Okay. So regardless of price, rank those cars 1 to 3. Like, don't forget the price.
I can't.
Of course you can.
Okay, 1, 1, and 1.
You can't do that. That's
Why?
not how you play these games.
Yeah, but I don't want to play games.
Well,
that's
this is cars and money. This is what we do.
Okay, so, you know,
You can rank. Of course you
why
can
not
rank
have all
them.
3? They're 3
Well,
completely different
You can
cars.
have them all, but
Okay.
you have to have your favourite, your second favourite, and your third favourite.
Talk me about how am I feeling that day?
Okay. Which one would you have every day? Like you could.
LaFerrari.
Okay, so that's the one you could live with every day.
Every day, you
have
could drive the
every
car
day.
every day.
Okay, so LaFerrari is 1. What's 2 for having it every day?
Veyron.
Veyron's 2. Pagani's 3.
Pagani's 3.
Why? Temperamental, is it?
No, not temperamental. It's the Pagani's a piece of art. It's designed to look like it's going 250 miles an hour whilst it's standing still.
Right.
And it does.
Yeah.
When it's on the road, it will do 250 miles an hour, but it's quite an awkward car. The visibility isn't very good at all.
Yeah.
You have these very long wing mirrors that are very expensive, that are very easy to knock off.
Right.
You've got no reverse camera. You've got no parking sensors. You've got a single clutch automatic gearbox that isn't the greatest, but the reason they put that gearbox in is because the double clutch gearbox that would be in a Chiron or a LaFerrari weighs twice as much as the engine in the Pagani.
Wow.
So they're all weight orientated, that car. So every bolt, every screw is made of titanium. If you took all the screws out of that car and took them to a scrapyard, you could get 90,000 euros for the titanium bolts. Every single bolt has the Pagani logo on it. I don't care if it's this big or this big. It has the Pagani logo on it, engraved in the bolt. The build quality is second to none.
Yeah.
You should park that in your house, not in your garage, in your house. Leave that outside, put that in the garage, put that in the living room.
Right.
There's your 3 cars.
Okay, fine. So
That's an occasion. I mean, look, they're all occasion cars, obviously, but the Huayra is more of an occasion car.
Okay, so now rank them in terms of just the most thrilling experience you've had with them. Rank them 1 to 3.
I've had great experiences in all 3 of them. When you pull up in a Pagani, it's an experience. I mean, you're automatically a megastar. You're a superstar when you pull up in a Pagani. People don't see them. They want to know who's in the car. The Veyron, for me, the way it drove, the sheer speed, the way it performed was just incredible. And I maintained that feeling for 4 years every time I drove it. It didn't get old. And the LaFerrari is, you know, you're in that car and you're driving an unbelievably beautiful car that drives incredible and is Ferrari's flagship. It doesn't get better. You are driving the best car Ferrari make. Well, that's
so
also
but
an
you've got to rank
experience.
them 1 to 3.
As a driving experience.
As just the experience.
All
of
right,
owning
okay.
it.
Bugatti number 1.
Yeah.
Bugatti number 1. Pagani number 2. LaFerrari number 3.
Okay. And then what about which car actually drives the best?
The LaFerrari.
That drives the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so rank them through 1 to 3 and driving the best.
1, 2, 3. LaFerrari, Bugatti, Pagani.
Right. So the Bugatti is doing all right considering it's a third of the price of them.
Should be.
So
10
that's the
million.
best value then.
By far.
And you can run that
By
in 20.
far.
Well, what can you run?
And think about this, right? Someone asks you, not that it's a dick swinging competition,
but you're swinging it.
let's just say,
Well,
for example,
Andrew Tate didn't get a Pagani or a LaFerrari. He got a Bugatti.
Well, he's got a Pagani now.
Yeah, but he got a Bugatti. And
Yeah.
His brand was built on a Bugatti.
So let's say you could use a couple of different situations here, but let's say you are talking to somebody who doesn't necessarily know too much about cars. Say you're at a bar and you're talking to a very attractive woman, and you're single, and you want to impress her. You're not going to label the make and model of your car. If she asks you, oh, you like cars? Yeah, I like cars. Oh, yeah, what kind of car do you drive? You're not going to say, I drive a Ferrari, LaFerrari, because you sound like a dickhead. Right? You're not going to do that. So you're going to say, I have a Ferrari. Well, you could have a 360 for 50 grand. Or you could have a LaFerrari or an SP3 Daytona for 4 or 5 million.
So you're better having a cheap Ferrari.
Or you're better having a Bugatti and just leaving it there.
Right.
Bosh. There
Yeah.
you go. I've got a Bugatti. Game over. That's it. I'm done. Do we leave now or later?
Okay, right. Let's go back to the lower end of the market.
Okay.
I put a story and we got loads of questions asking you about cars. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. The best entry-level supercar, someone asked. So pound for pound, getting in, so at the lower end of the market, what would you say is the best entry-level supercar?
An Audi R8.
If you're a hairdresser, if you're a Jaguar rebrander.
It's 30 grand. And it's basically a Lamborghini Huracan. I think that classes as a supercar.
I mean, it just gets in.
It's just, but you asked me the entry level.
Yeah,
I'm giving you.
did.
I mean, you're 1 foot's in the door, 1 foot's out the door. Like you're not fully in there, but you are in there.
My job isn't to just agree with you, sir, is it?
No, but what I'm saying is like entry level.
Get an Audi TT.
Well, no, but that's not a supercar, is it? No. That's not a supercar.
So you'd call an R8 a supercar?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay, fine. I can't argue with you.
And it's pennies. It's a service on the Bugatti.
Would you, if you had 30 grand, would you get one? If 30 grand was your first supercar?
No, because I think it's a hairdresser's car.
There you go then. So you're agreeing with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if I was to buy an entry level supercar,
what
that would be
buy?
the cheapest. I couldn't buy what I wanted for that price.
Yeah.
I would buy probably a early 2014 Lamborghini Huracan.
Okay, and what are they now money-wise?
115.
So they were a lot more, weren't they?
Yeah.
Post-COVID.
And I think that car, once again, you drive an Audi or you drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
So you've got that.
Yeah.
I think they're cool. They drive great. And the very
V10 sound pretty good, don't they?
V10's a great engine. I mean, they don't do a V10 anymore. So that car's only ever going to go one way.
Right.
How fast it will go one way, I don't know. But it's safe. It's a safe car to put your money in. And if you're getting into an entry-level supercar, you don't want something that is, could half in value.
No.
You want something that, you're going to be safe in. And the Huracan is a great car.
Yeah.
And very little goes wrong. It's basically an Audi underneath the Lamborghini badge, so it doesn't really go wrong.
Okay. And then what about getting into a classic? Say entry level. Let's call entry level maybe up to 100. I don't know if that is entry level, but yeah.
Well, classics take these trips in value where you have to look at what age the buyer is, then look at what car they'd have wanted when they were younger, that they either didn't have the money for or predominantly they didn't have the money for.
Yeah.
And
or grew up with, I guess. Grew up coveting.
Grew up looking at.
Yeah.
So that's why at the minute, mid-80s, mid-90s cars, they were super undervalued 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because the buyers weren't there yet.
Right.
And now people who are our age.
Yeah.
How old are you?
46.
46.
Yeah.
I'm 37. So between me and you, We're the buyers now.
Yeah.
We are the people who are buying supercars and classic cars. They're our age. And, what did I want when I was younger? I wanted a Lamborghini Countach.
Yeah.
I wanted a Diablo. I wanted a 355. I wanted a 993 Turbo.
Yeah.
That's why. I didn't want an E-Type.
No.
I just didn't want that.
Yeah.
So that's why, look at Ford Escort Cosworths.
They've gone crazy, haven't they?
I mean, they're
How much are they now?
They're between 70 and 100,000.
Mad.
I know.
And what were they? 15, 16 grand back then? I don't know what they were.
They were a bit more, probably
Right.
30.
Oh, okay.
But they were like massive money for a Ford Escort.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever driven one.
No.
It's shit. They drive like a 30-year-old 30 grand car.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
But someone's got 100 grand for one somewhere.
Wow.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You go even further. A Sierra RS 5000 Cosworth.
Yeah.
They make £500,000. It's a Sierra. But why do they? Because someone's uncle at school had one. And I think there was only 500 made.
Right.
And someone's uncle had one. And, one day I'll own a car like that. Well, these crypto guys or the people who done well in business, they can afford them now.
Wow. All right. So you've got 100 grand. What are you going to buy?
355.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My business partner and I, we're going to get one.
It's just a no-brainer, I think,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's just...
I remember when they were 30 grand.
Yeah.
I had a 430 Spider, and I thought, these 355s are only 30 grand. And I just thought at the time, I'd only just sort of started to make good money. I thought, I can't have two Ferraris.
Yeah.
I fucking should have.
I think a 355 is a great car. What I also like about it is it's not too old. So it's mid-90s.
It drives a lot better than the Testarossa.
Drives a lot better than a Testarossa. Look, a Testarossa. They've rocketed up in value.
I think we paid 105 for
Yeah.
mine.
Do you want your money back?
I'm
offering you free motoring.
He told me what you're like.
I'm offering you free motoring.
If you want a quick sale, you go to car. I could get easy 160 odd for that.
How many miles?
18,000.
It's good, nice mileage.
Yeah.
It would probably make 150, 160.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It's a good car.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tractor to drive though.
Yeah, it's just cool though.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's going to drive it?
Yeah.
Who drives it?
Yeah.
Do you drive it?
Probably 150 miles a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're for.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend that, I've got a Testarossa, it drives great. Shit.
Yeah.
A Countach is shit. Worst car I've ever driven in my life is a Lamborghini Countach.
That's a big claim. The worst car
Worst
ever.
car I've ever driven. Worst car I've ever driven. But
How can it be the worst car ever?
Well, I'll give you a quick story.
Yeah.
So that was it wasn't my poster car because I didn't have any posters. I wasn't allowed posters in my bedroom when I was younger. But it was the car that I just used to lust after when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And it always had been. And when I was fortunate enough to be able to afford one, now bearing in mind, I've seen these cars sell for 50, 60,000.
And what are they now?
And at the time, I was still too young to have 50 or 60,000, so
Yeah.
I missed that boat.
Right.
But I bought one for 250,000.
And how old were you when you did that?
It was before the Veyron. I was 24.
That's young to have a...
To have a Countach.
Yeah,
How cool was I?
You must have felt like the man.
Yeah, how cool was I?
Yeah.
I also had newer Lamborghinis as well. I went
Yeah.
through a stage where I was Lamborghini mad. But I always wanted a Lamborghini Countach. I used to watch the Cannonball Run. I never used to watch Disney films. Like when you go to bed and your mum put your VHS on, it's bedtime, watch a film.
Yeah.
The same film every night. It was the Cannonball Run. Every night, same film.
Yeah.
And I just wanted one of those cars, and I bought a black. It had to be black as well. I bought a black Lamborghini Countach 5000S, which is the model before the QV. So it's the more sort of like the ones we have are the 25th anniversary, which I'll explain why they're becoming very valuable in a minute. But they've got a sort of a added body kit onto it, if you will. The 5000S was more sleek. It was more original. and I bought it for 250,000, which was probably 50,000 pounds too much money. Then the market was determined. But that car was a one owner from new, 4,000 miles, in black, right-hand drive. Just wanted it.
Yeah.
And I had a big belief in that they were undervalued. And we're going back 15 years ago, nearly. And I had the car, and the car was one owner from new, and it hadn't been driven for, say, 6 years. Never been started for 6 years. So winched it on the back of a trailer, covered in dust, like literally like a barn find kind of thing. But normally with a barn find, you tend to nick them.
But you paid 50 over.
But this guy was not having it. He didn't want to sell the car. I literally approached him and just knocked his door down in order for him to sell me the car. Anyway, sent it to a very, very, very well-respected Lamborghini technician service center, Mike Pullen from Carrera Sport. Anyone who knows anything about old Lambos knows Mike. He's incredible at his job. Sent it to him. He had the car for 2 months. Recommissioning the car, new fuel lines, new everything. Flywheel, just absolutely everything. Spent a lot of money on the car to get it to how I could use it.
Yeah.
Because at the time, my brother had a Miura. And like, I just thought it'd be cool to go out, him in the Miura, me in the countach, and like go and play golf or whatever. So we did. I got the car back, and we took a trip to Woburn Golf Club, which is down the M1 Milton Keynes way, about 80 miles from here. 10 miles out the gate, my brother's behind me. I've called him up, said something wrong with this car. What's wrong with it? I don't know. Don't drive right. It's got a flat spot. There's not really much power. I feel like it's like juddering. Like when I accelerate, it shoots to the left. When I brake, it shoots to the right. Like it doesn't drive right. So I'm going, fucking sending this back tomorrow. I'm sending this back to Carrera Sport. They've obviously missed something or done something. Anyway, called Mike Pullen when I was in Woburn Golf Club. He, like, to be fair, and I apologized to him afterwards, I had a bit of a go at him. You've had this car for 2 months. I've spent X tens of thousands with you. The car's a piece of shit. Drives rubbish. He sent one of his trailers that night to come and pick the car up. Very, very thankful of him that he did. Picked the car up, took it back to his establishment down south. He had the car for another week, 10 days. He called me up. He said, Carlos, Mike. I said, Mike. He said, look, mate, I have used this car for 10 days. Like, I've literally brought it to work, took it home, brought it back to work, tried to find what the problem is. There's no problem with this car. This is one of the best countaches I've ever seen. So I said, but Mike, it's got a flat spot. It judders. When you accelerate, it goes to the left. When you brake, it goes to the right. Like, there's got to be something wrong with it. He's like, no, that's just how they drive. That was the last time I drove it.
And then just
I had it for 4 years. No, I kept it for 4 years. I was in love with owning the car. I loved owning the car. So when these people tell me that their Testarossa or their Countach is an amazing driving car, they are full of shit. Yes, they can drive it. They can do loads of miles in it. They drive terrible, but they look incredible. And it just gives you a special feeling owning your childhood dream car. That's my story with it anyway.
Right. And did you make money on it?
I doubled my money, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You've got a couple in now, haven't you?
Got a couple in now, yeah.
And what are they going for at the moment? What would you
One
sell them
is 600, one's 625.
for? Right.
One's done 6,000 miles, hence why it's 25,000 more than the other one that's done 10,000 miles.
You've said that they drive bad, but that sounds cheap. They were out at the F40 time,
Yeah.
were they? And an F40 is what?
Their competitors were an F40 and a 959.
And how much is a 959 now?
2.5 million.
And an F40?
2.5 million.
And a Countach?
600,000.
Why?
You tell me.
Is that another should be 2 million car?
It will be.
I mean, I had a look
100%
round
will
them,
be.
but they're a bit of a piece of shit, aren't they? I mean,
I like them. I love them, actually.
but like, you know, when you see cars on the screen, and then like, for example, you've got the.
Have you ever seen one on the road?
On the road?
Yeah.
I've never driven one.
No, but
I've had a good look around your ones here.
Have you ever seen
they're
one?
a bit. They're just old.
Have you ever
really
seen one
old.
on the road? Have you ever been anywhere in the wild and seen one? Even just parked up outside a hotel, parked up outside a restaurant.
I've seen two here.
I know, but it's different.
Because they're not in the wild. They're in captivity.
My
here.
wife explained this to me. And she made me realize that this is actually a thing.
Right. What?
When you come here,
Yeah.
you can't see the wood through the trees. If that LaFerrari was the only car on this floor, you both would be like, wow. Like, look at that LaFerrari. It's absolutely amazing. But because it's parked next to a Pagani, next to a Veyron, next to all the other cars.
Too much going on.
It's like, it's just
Right.
another car, you know?
Yeah.
I remember one day we were walking, we was in London somewhere, I was walking down one of the streets, Bond Street or somewhere, and a guy turned up in like an Aventador SV. And she was like, wow, that is a beautiful car. And she's not really into cars. She's like, wow, that is beautiful. And I was like, I have 4 of those back at the garage. I have 4 of them. You were in the showroom yesterday. Did you not see the 4 that I have parked all together? And she said, it's different when you come to the showroom as what it is in the wild. That's why I call it in the wild.
Yeah.
You see a bear in a cage in the zoo. You see a bear in the forest. It's different.
Yeah, because it's going to kill you.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, all right. I'll take that.
You take notice. Now, I've been this person, but I've also seen this person. You take notice of what attention and what appreciation someone gets when they pull up outside in a countach, the doors go up and you get out. Everyone appreciates it because it's a classic car. No one's inferior of a 30-year-old car because if their car isn't as good, their car's newer.
Yeah.
You know, so then no one's inferior.
Disarming.
Yeah.
And it's more rare to see.
And it's a talking point.
Yeah.
People never see them, you know. You would have had it in the Testarossa. You wouldn't have known you've had it, but you would have had it. You'd pull up somewhere in the Testarossa and someone would go, wow. Last time I seen one of those, it was a Pioneer poster in 1993.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one since. Oh, that was amazing. That's made my day.
Yeah.
God, that guy's so lucky to have that car. What a great car to have. It's an appreciation.
Yeah.
You see it in the showroom. You see it in a service centre. You look at it, you're like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I accept that. Okay, so would you spend 600 of your own money on a countach or 600 on a modern supercar?
To achieve what? If I have to
based on everything you've
if
just said.
If I have to drive the countach, I would put 600 pounds into a push bike, and I would pedal everywhere. But if I want to own my childhood dream and watch it appreciate in value and earn me loads of money and me be the coolest kid in town, put it in a countach.
Okay. For investment, would you rather buy 1 LaFerrari or 35 355s?
Ooh, that's a good question. 35 355s.
Diversified and de-risked, or you just think pound for pound they'll go up more?
Pound for pound, they go up more. You only need the 355 to go up. Well, if a 355 went up 20%, on that car's £20,000. It's very possible. It's very possible that will happen next year.
Yeah.
I don't see a LaFerrari going up £700,000 next year.
Right, yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah. Do you think the 355s will go up?
Oh, of course.
They've not got much power, have they? They're not
No,
very
they
fast.
couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding, as they say.
But they sound all right?
They sound good. Once again, it's not. I mean, back then, if you wanted big raw engine cars, you bought Diablo, which is the coolest car. 355 is quite small. It's easy to drive. It drives okay. Not a lot of power.
But you can't compare that to the Diablo, can you? The Diablo, is that a V12?
It's a V12.
Yeah, and the
355 is a V8.
yeah, so can't really compare those. can you?
Same era though.
Yeah,
there
but you
was
can't compare a
mid-90s.
V8 to a V12.
Well, in a minute we're going to compare an F80, which is a V6, to a W16, which is a Chiron or the new Tourbillon or the Bugatti Minstrel. So yeah, I think you got to.
Wow.
You know, they were similar money. No,
Were
they
they?
weren't. No, they weren't. A Diablo was more.
Yeah.
A Diablo was more. Sold a lovely Diablo recently.
How much you
They've
sell
gone
that
up a
for?
lot. They've
How
gone up
much?
a lot. Like 300,000.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long ago they were 100,000.
Wow. And the Murcielagos are there. They're starting to go on
They're
the way
going up as well, yeah.
Does that mean my Aventador one day will go up
Well, the Murcielago was the last true Lamborghini.
before Audi? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, you get a manual, goes back to the manual,
Yeah.
naturally aspirated, which I know your Aventador is naturally aspirated.
And the Revuelto isn't.
Revuelto isn't.
So do you think that?
Aventadors, they're at a price where I don't think they'll go down anymore.
Yeah, they're quite cheap, aren't they now?
They are quite cheap. I mean, that's a borderline hypercar, an Aventador. As
Right.
much as an R8 is the beginning entry level
Of a hairdresser's car.
of a super hairdresser's car.
Super. You've just created a new genre.
Super hairdresser. I think an Aventador is the real entry level of a hypercar.
I mean, it is a nice experience.
You know, it's 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
It looks,
When that was a lot of power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks incredible. Even to this day, it looks incredible.
Sounds great.
Sounds good, drives good, it's so fast. Why not? I mean, you know, the car you would be comparing it to at the time was a Ferrari 458
Oh, it's much
or Ferrari F12.
more
It's
exciting than those
way
two.
more. It's way more of a car than both of them cars.
Yeah.
They're both great cars, but an Aventador is way more of a car than both of them cars.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you prefer cars or money?
I don't think you can have one without the other, can you? Really?
Which do you prefer? You can have all the money in the world and no cars, or all the cars in the world but just normal money.
All the money in the world and no cars.
Yeah.
God, that would be frustrating, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? I
So if
couldn't
you
do
think
that.
about it, as a guy, right?
Yeah,
Cars, watches. What else do you spend your money on?
your family.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously,
Yeah, but
outside of
but-
travel and
Yeah, but like
family,
that's
yeah.
that. I enjoy my wife and my kids having and doing nice things, and what I enjoy freedom with them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I don't even.
things-wise-
You know, I don't spend money on anything else but cars and watches. I live food. That's it.
Cars, watches. We should call this show "Cars, Money, and Food."
Get me dad involved. He loves a bit of food. I don't know. I couldn't go
Cars or money?
I couldn't go my life without a nice car. It's the reason I earn money in the first place.
Yeah.
But then if I had my nice car, I'd need some money to put fuel in it.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, you're going to be able to run your cars.
So you're living in a modest house.
Yeah, you live in a normal life.
Yeah.
With fucking loads of cars, or you're rich as fuck, no cars, nothing. You can't even drive a countach. That kind of nothing.
If I was being selfish, I'd go for the cars.
So modest life and all the cars.
If I was being selfish.
Yeah.
But because I have a family, then you know I'd have to go for the money and no cars.
Yeah.
But you ask me personally, I'm going cars.
Yeah. How old?
I'll just rent them out and earn some money.
You always have an answer. How old were you when you made your first million? When you became a millionaire? Can you remember?
Yeah, I can. I was 16.
16.
Yeah, 16.
Like, how's that even possible?
Well, I left school when I was 11. So
So 5 years.
I had 5 years.
So 5 years to your first million. I mean, that's good, but it's not world record breaking. But
Nope.
being a millionaire at 16, that's.
yeah.
How did you feel being a millionaire at 16? I mean, did you have pubic hair then? You became a millionaire before you grew pubes.
I don't have any pubes now. How did it feel? You know what? The way we were brought up, it just you never look back. You know, you don't look at what you've done. You just look at what you want to do. So it didn't feel anything. It didn't. There was not a moment of celebration or clarity, or it was just you go back to work tomorrow, and that's just what you do.
And are you motivated by money nowadays?
I'm not solely motivated by money. I'm motivated by success.
But isn't money a
But
measure of
money
success?
is an orientation of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, I am. Of course, I am. I don't come to work for free. I love what I do, but I wouldn't do it for free. So yeah, I am motivated by money.
And if you get a really good deal on a car, what is it that makes you feel really good? Is it the money you made? Is it how cheap you bought? Is it the sport? Is it the fact that you got the deal done? What
All of
is
the
it?
above. It all comes together.
You can't just say everything for all the
No,
answers.
but because you knew what the answer would be,
I
and you
don't.
chucked them all together.
I did not know.
So, like, earning a lot of money out of a deal gives me satisfaction that I done that job better than anybody else. I earned more than what I would normally, which means it's a good deal. And it's also the sport of the story of how you done it, because things like that always come with a story. There was a reason why you bought that car super cheap. There was something you had to do. You didn't just sit in the office, someone called up, you give them a price, they took it, you sent the transporter, and that was that. There's no fun in that. I have to go to another country and leave a car somewhere and nearly die and whatever. So that becomes a story. So it's exciting. Things like, there's been times in my life, like when I bought my Bugatti, it was the story that went with it. It wasn't so much the fact of buying the Bugatti. If I'd have just turned up to your house, spent 10 minutes looking around the car, bought a Bugatti and got it shipped home, what's fun about that? Like, there's no memories in that. Okay, you got a great car, but that's as far as it goes. You know, I flew to Vienna. I thought I was getting kidnapped by the Russian mafia. Done a deal at 2 o'clock in the morning in an underground car park, then drank with the guy until 5 o'clock in the morning because he was Russian. He just drinks vodka like it's water. And then I remember not really going to sleep because I was absolutely shitting myself that I didn't know if tomorrow I was going to have the car or the money or either. You know, so that's the story. And then when I got the car, it was the middle of the winter and I'm driving it back from Vienna through Germany. It started to snow. I had no sat-nav. I don't know if I'm going to Munich. I don't know if I'm going to Swaddling Coats. I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going. All I know is I've got enough money on me to get home. I've got no phone battery. I've got no cigarette charger for a phone. Don't know where I am. Not spoke to nobody. They're stories. And that was an incredibly cheap car at the time.
How much did you pay for it?
$650.
And you owned it for 4 years?
Done 1,000 kilometers.
Wow. And you owned it for 4 years, was it?
Yeah.
And then what did you sell it for?
1.285.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And done 17,000 kilometers.
But not every deal can have a story.
Of course not. No, of course not.
I mean, I want every deal to be like
I haven't
that,
got the energy.
No.
But like, you know, what motivates you is you never know when that's going to happen. That could happen any day, any time.
Yeah.
I didn't know the day before that happened. I didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
So
we've got that story in full detail on my other show, Disruptors.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to hear that full story, but give us another story. So something like the Russian story was just a crazy story of buying a car. Maybe you bought it really cheap.
I remember one day, it's not a crazy story, but it's how, and it's really from how we were brought up and how you have to adapt to thinking on your feet. I bought a car from a guy who had a few Lamborghinis, an older guy, and he used to be like the head of the Lamborghini Owners Club. And I was buying a Lamborghini Murcielago from him. And he said, I've got some other cars in here. I'll show you them. Oldish guy. And these were the days of like a barn find, if that made sense. So he's pulled the covers off these cars. And he had a Diablo. He had a Jalpa, Lamborghini Jalpa. And he had a Lamborghini Urraco.
And no one knows what they are.
I'd never seen a Jalpa or a Urraco in my life. I've heard of a Jalpa, never seen one. Never even heard of a Urraco, ever.
And do they even look like Lamborghinis?
No. The Urraco looks like a Ferrari 365 GT4, not the Daytona version, the other version. Ugly car. Anyway, he said, look, you know what, Carl? Fuck it. I'll sell the lot. I'll sell the lot today. Okay. So, I mean, there's no... Who are you calling? Who are you going to call to say, what is a Lamborghini Urraco worth with 6,000 miles? Or what's a Lamborghini Jalpa worth on 12,000 miles? Like the Diablo, obviously, I knew. The Murcielago, obviously, I know. At this point, I'm trading in them week in, week out.
Yeah.
But those two cars, I'm like, what the fuck are these worth? And I just went with gut feeling. Just looking
made an offer.
Literally looking at the car thinking, I value that car at that price. And
you bought
bit of negotiation afterwards, not too much because like I'm literally shooting in the dark, blindfolded, and bought both cars, and both cars earned 100% profit.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a cool. It's all about. I don't know anybody else. My brother and my dad, they're the only two people that I know would be able to make a decision. Number one, have the balls to make the decision.
Yeah.
Think on their feet and just go with a gut feeling. Because these days, everyone values a car off what that says.
Yeah.
You know, Glass's Guide says it's worth this. Well, how many cars has Glass's Guide bought in the last week? 0.
Yeah.
It's a valuation. Who does the valuation for them? How many cars did they buy this week? You know, how do they know?
Yeah.
So that's what's different about us to everybody else, I think.
Yeah. Do you have the thing where if you overpay for a car, back in the day, your brother and your dad are going to give you some shit?
Yeah, of course.
And is that's got to be a good thing, though,
because
it's accountability, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
No
don't
one
wanna-
ever gives you credit, though, if it's the other way around, ever.
So your dad and your brother wouldn't give you credit?
No.
You did the deal of the century, they'd say nothing.
But we're all the same. We're all the same.
Right.
The best saying me dad ever says, you buy a car and it'll... Because we don't really look at the monetary value, because all cars are different prices, but you know a good deal from the percentage value, the profit percentage. And if a car was to earn a big percentage on profit, my dad would go, tell you what, got lucky with that, you know.
Wouldn't say that about himself,
and you'd say, well, I suppose, I'm convinced we probably did get lucky on that, yeah. But then I'm thinking, we fucking didn't get lucky on that. You know, there's no such thing as luck. You're not lucky, are you?
No.
If I wasn't in that guy's shed buying them Lamborghinis and had the balls to buy them in the first place at a figure that no one knew, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Then, you're never going to see the profit. You don't know.
So I've always wondered this. How do you buy a car from someone who you're probably going to see again and deal with again, and you make 100% profit on it and it doesn't piss them off? How do you do the deal where they're happy and you're happy?
Look, that's a one-off scenario when we're talking 100% profit. But anyone who has made anything of themselves in business doesn't begrudge profit. You know, if you have to lie or deceive someone in order to do so, then that's different. But if you're having a punt, you're having a go, and they're happy with the price you're paying, and you do well, I'm the same. Take my hat off to you. You know, fair play, well done. Move on.
And give us some top negotiation tips from someone who's bought a lot of cheap cars. Give us some of your secrets.
I like to call people down the line, if you know what that means.
What does that mean?
What that means is it's very hard buying and selling what we buy and sell because of the clients that we're buying and selling them from. They're
not stupid people, you mean?
These are expert negotiators we're talking about. We're in the deep end here. We're not in the paddle pool. You know, we're in the sea, the North Atlantic, and it can give me a buzz if I buy a car that's, you know, cheaper than what I was willing to pay off of somebody who is a very shrewd individual. Because I feel like it's not so much the monetary terms at that point, it's I won. This round, I won this round. You'll win next round, maybe, when you come to buy a car from me or the next car I buy from you. But today, that was my round, you know?
Yeah.
So that gives you a buzz.
Yeah.
When I say call it down the line with somebody, what I mean is you offer someone a price for a car and they go, no. And even though you know it's a good price, no, I'm not going to take that. Okay. So what are you going to do with it? I'd rather burn it. You'd rather burn it? Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm going to use that
Right.
one.
I'd rather burn it, they say.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. Some people go into in-depth further. I'd rather put a brick on the accelerator and drive it straight across the M1. You think, your imagination's a bit... You've thought about this. And I'll get in the car and I'll leave. Stop at the gate. If the gate's closed and it's taking a little while to open, they're thinking about it. What I will also do, I'm telling you all my tricks now.
Yeah.
These are my younger tricks.
Yeah.
Don't do it anymore, sometimes. I will purposely leave a pen somewhere in their office or somewhere in their house or even in the car. Right. I'll leave the pen because that always gives me an excuse to go back. And when I've left your gate and you basically had the money in your hand, you think, oh, I should have took his money, Shouldn't have. That was a good offer. And this only works if you're offering good money for something.
Yeah.
That was a good offer. Should have took his money, but didn't. He's gone now. Fuck. Hi, Mr. Jones. Yeah, sorry, it's Carl. I know I left your place half an hour ago. I can't find my pen. Could you have a look to see if I left the pen in the car? Yeah, Carl, your pen's here. Wonderful. If they then say, I'll post it back to you,
I don't want the
you're
car.
fucked.
Yeah.
Right, it's not working.
Yeah.
If you say, can I be back there in about 20 minutes? I'm 300 yards away. I can still see their house. I can see their house.
Yeah.
And
you bought a few cars that way?
Loads. Because people don't realize what they could have had until they can't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And you don't know what anyone's circumstances are. Don't always work. Some people don't need to sell a car, don't really want to sell a car, and they have a price in their mind. If they're not getting it, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
Other people, including me, I'm like this. I think, you know what? It's probably been a bit hard there, for the sake of 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 grand. I could have done with that money to spend it on there or this, that, or whatever it may be. When you get a second bite of the cherry, you just walk in. Thanks for my pen. Look, before I go, are you sure you're not going to take my money? Because that's a good offer, And then they'll go, wow, look, Carl, if it was a bit more.
And then you're back in the game.
And then you're back in the game. You're there then. You're back there,
Yeah.
But so many people go, okay, I give you 200,000 for the car. No, that's not enough. I had a situation recently. I won't mention any names. But it doesn't put anyone down or speak negatively of another dealership. It's just because we're a bit different. There was a guy who had his car on sale or return at another dealership, and they'd had the car, they didn't sell it, and he wanted to sell the car. So he sent us an email, very straight to the point. Hi, my name is Joe Bloggs. I have a Ferrari. I want 300,000 for the car. I will not entertain a penny less. If you're not willing to pay 300,000, please don't respond. A lot of people would say that was a bit of an arrogant email, but I quite liked it. It was straight to the point. It was what it was. And the car wasn't not worth 300,000.
You just wanted it for less.
But, I'm never going to say, okay, what time can I collect it?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So, but the car was already at another dealership, by the way. So he's obviously told them the same thing. Now, this car was worth 300,000. So I called him up and I said, thanks for your email. Unfortunately, I can't get to 300,000. I can get close, but I can't get to 300. Now, as soon as you say to someone, I can get close, it opens your mind up to a different scenario. If I said to you, at the time it was 15,000. 15,000 is a lot of money. I could have said to you, Rob, we're miles away, mate. Yeah. We're 15 grand away. Then all of a sudden it feels like you're miles away because I've told you we're miles away.
Yeah, but 15 grand out of 300 grand, 5%.
But it's still the way you say it.
Yes.
If you was to say we're miles away, that it psychologically puts them in the frame of mind that we are miles away from what I want.
Yeah.
We're close.
So you say that all the time.
So I don't care what the price is. Yeah. I don't care what it is.
Oh, we're so close.
We're close. We're so close, but I think you need to come down a little bit, and I'll try and come up a little bit compared to what I want to pay. How does he know what I want to pay? He doesn't know what I want to pay. I know what I want to pay.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's a different mind frame.
Yeah.
And anyway, long story short, I offered the guy 285,000, which he said no to, which is fine. Everyone says no. I've never had anyone say yes. Everyone says no. What no means, you've got to be here a bit longer. That's what no means.
Right, yeah.
So I said, do me a favor, send me your mobile number, because this was on a landline. Send me your mobile number. I'll send you a WhatsApp. Can you WhatsApp me some pictures of the car? I don't need pictures of the car. I have 3 of them.
What, you're just trying to draw out?
I'm just trying to create a bit of a rapport with this guy, and we're mates. We're WhatsApp buddies. And we're not far away on price. We're close. And sent me some pictures of the car. Oh, yeah. Any inside? I mean, I'm torturing him. Any pictures inside? Has it got suspension lift? I can see what it's got. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 hours later, I bought it for $285.
Yeah.
Went to the other dealership and picked the car up from them, and I'm scratching my head thinking, why have you not bought this car?
Does that make you feel good when you go
Sold
to
it 4 days later for a lot more.
How much?
$330.
Right.
2 days.
Yeah. And does it make you feel good when you go to another dealer to pick up a car they couldn't sell that you're going to sell?
It doesn't make me feel good because some dealers, I try and get on with everybody. Well, I try and get on with 90% of people, but I've got a good relationship with most dealers, and there's always a reason why they might have one in stock. Psychologically, it gives you a hard taste to swallow if you've had a car on sale or return for 2 months and you've never sold it. And then the guy wants you to buy it. You think, we've already had a go with this car and we have had no luck with it. Sometimes it's better to have a fresh face. You know, it sort of changes the car a bit. Sometimes they might not have the funds to buy it. So there's loads of different reasons why people don't do things. But there's certain dealers I go to and I get a kick out of it, yeah.
What's the biggest scam in the car world?
I just think dealers not telling the truth is quite a big scam.
How would they lie?
Well, they could... I mean, you hear so many stories from people, but people would want a car on sale or return because it's a special, like one of these, for example, and say, you know, we've got an interested party for it. You know, we'll return you an amount of money that they can't say no to.
Yeah.
And then when the car gets there, they never really had a customer, but they've displayed the car, they've showed the car, and they're holding the car in their showroom, and they're just messing people around. You know, not very many people in this business do what they say.
How do you know how to see through all the bullshit then in the car world and find people who speak the truth?
I don't think you can. I think it's got to be proven. I think the proof's in the pudding, isn't it? You know, if someone says they're going to do something and they do it, they do it. As simple as that. There's going to be a big change around in the car business, and it's already started to happen.
What?
These I call them Johnny-come-latelys. These Johnny-come-latelys in the car business.
As in new players?
As in people who want to think they're a new player. You know, COVID's been and gone. That's gone now. We're back in the real world. You know, it's you know, people are hungry. And if you've been in this business a long time, you know how to deal with good times and bad times. The good times of new car prices and everyone being a car dealer and everyone being a watch dealer, they're gone now. They're gone. Now let's see how good you are at your job. And there's a few people that popped up in that time that are not going to be here by the end of the year. And you'll see. Hard times separate the men from the boys.
So the changes aren't anything regulatory. You just think that the market's
I've seen it. I'm 38 years old, and I've seen it.
And you've been doing this since you're 11.
Yeah, but I've seen it 3 times. My dad's seen it 10 times.
Yeah.
You know, you see these people. They pop up. They make a bit of a noise, and they just go away. You never hear from them again, and that's what happens. I think it happens in every business.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to be the last person to get scammed by these dealerships that are on their way out. You know, 52 years of business says a lot.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
And what is the closest you got to getting scammed or ripped off, or a car deal that was the worst for you?
So I told this story yesterday.
Not on Cars and Money, though.
No, not on Cars and Money.
Silver has crashed. It's back to its price in 1974, and I'm going to buy more. And if you'd like to learn how to invest and build multiple streams of recurring income, I recommend you join Money.School. Money.school is my global financial education platform to help as many people on this planet get better financial knowledge. For less than 4 Starbucks coffees a month, there are hundreds of hours of courses, resources, and masterclasses going back a decade to teach how to make, manage, and multiply money and gain financial freedom. So join thousands of other money and freedom seekers on the link money.school and start today your journey to financial freedom and more money.
I quite like motorbikes.
You like anything, mate. You even said to me you'll buy anything.
I'll buy anything, but I do quite like motorbikes because I think they look nice and they don't take up much room. And you know, they're cool, aren't they? I mean, I don't ride motorbikes. I think you've got to be off your head to ride a
Harry.
motorbike on the road. You ride motorbikes?
Yeah, he rides
Harry?
bikes.
Something wrong with you?
He nearly killed himself
Well,
recently.
yeah, everyone's nearly killed themselves on a motorbike. Just stay off motorbikes. Anyway, I liked Norton. There's a company called Norton, and they're made at Donington. And Norton brought this bike out called a V4 SS. Can you remember it, Harry? I do indeed. Yeah, a V4 SS. They brought 2 variations out. One was an exposed carbon body. This is like a super bike. It's beautiful. An exposed carbon body. And the other one was a chrome body. Like a mirror. Yeah. Come with red wheels. And the carbon one came with chrome wheels. Yeah. Anyway, they're about 50 grand to you know, here or there. They're about 50 grand. And I fancied one of these bikes. A local company, Norton. Norton's got a great brand. Bit like Jaguar, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an old-fashioned English brand. It's Norton. Yeah. And they made this beautiful super bike. Anyway, I bought one of these super bikes. And they were a limited run for this V4 SS. And I bet we get comments on this about other people that were scammed as well. Yeah. The difference with me is I was scammed not for a deposit. I was scammed for the whole amount of the bike.
50 grand.
Yeah. So I got the first bike.
Yeah.
Loved it. I thought, you know what? I should just have the pair. Because if I sell one, the person will probably want to buy the pair. Yeah. You know, so I'll buy the pair. So I called up the owner of Norton at the time, who I knew loosely. And I said, look, any chance of me getting one of these chrome ones? And he said, you know what, Carl, funny enough. I love that. He said, funny enough.
I bet you've used that a few
We've
times.
had a cancellation this morning.
Oh.
And we've got a slot for a bike. He said, but we need paying today for it. So, I mean, I've just bought a bike from them like a week ago. They're 10 miles down the road. I've bought cars from the owner. I've known him for a while. So I said, okay. I said, well, I'll pay you today. Just send me an invoice. When will it be ready? Be ready next week. Rob, 2 days later, they went into administration.
Oh, no.
2 days
must
later.
Have known.
Of course they knew.
Yeah.
Of course they knew.
Yeah.
Fuckers. But to be fair, I don't know how everybody else stood, but so I was told by my lawyers that I was in a better position having paid for the bike than what I would have been if I would have put a deposit on the bike. Oh. Don't ask me why, but that's what they said. Yeah. Anyway, I stuck...
Stronger creditor.
Yeah, I stuck with them for 4 years. Anyway, 4 or 5 years later, they supplied me with... They stopped making that bike, but they supplied me with what would be the newer version, because Norton were taking over in the meantime. Yeah. They supplied me with the newer version of that bike. So I ended up getting the bike, but it just shows you. Yeah. Knew this guy quite well. Bought cars from him. Bought bikes from him. Pay me today, Carl, and you'll have it tomorrow, but it's got to be today. Otherwise, you'll miss the slot. Oh, okay. I'll send you right now. Yeah. So that was, but no, apart from that, no. I mean, when you buy a car, you never necessarily know, because I'm a trader, so you never necessarily know what you're buying to an extent. You buy a car under warranty, you're fine. But sometimes you can buy a car that's out of warranty that probably needs more work to it than what you think. Yeah. Whether the seller knew, which the seller always knows, by the way.
Do they?
Well, of course they do. Yeah. Probably the reason they're selling it. Yeah. It's got an oil leak that's going to be hard to fix, it's going to cost a lot of money, I may as well sell this car.
And most people don't tell you that stuff.
Of course they don't.
No.
No, nobody would tell you that.
No.
So, you know, but that's why you buy a car for less than what you're going to sell it for, because that is a possibility, it's going to be an expense. Mm. So, you know, you get situations like that. But, you know, I've never bought a car with no engine, because obviously I do my due diligence before I buy a car. It's just sometimes there could be hidden problems that I can't pass on to somebody. You have to rectify it, and it costs money.
Okay. So remove anyone with the Hartley name out of this question. Mm-hmm. Are you the best car salesman in the world?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah. I don't know anyone from any other country that would be better than me.
Would you do an episode of Cars and Money where maybe we did a challenge? Maybe would you have a competition with someone on selling cars?
Yeah.
You'd do it?
Head to head.
I mean, I haven't planned this yet, but
No.
it sounds like a fun episode.
Yeah. I don't know how it would work, but...
But
I mean,
if you leave the logistics to me, you'd be up for that?
Yeah, of course I would.
So what makes you...
I've never backed down from a challenge, Rod. You know.
all right, well, this sounds good. So what do you believe makes you the best car salesman in the world?
I think knowledge. I think what we went back to earlier about gut feeling. I live and breathe. This is not a game. This is not a job. This is life. My whole life. How good are you at breathing? It's the same question. It's the same question.
Wow.
So
I mean, that's big balls.
Well, it's the truth though. There's no one's more committed.
So if anyone watching this or listening wants to challenge you in a competition and see who can sell the most cars or for the most money, you'd be game.
Just tell them to go on Company's House. It alleviates all the problems.
Right. So I think that's officially a challenge.
Yeah, okay. I'm game, whatever.
Cool. And then I also thought it'd be cool in some future episodes. Would you let us hear you do buying and selling cars? Could we get into any of that?
Have you seen that guy do that on
Well, we haven't seen Carl Hartley do it.
No,
have
but because it's fake.
But you wouldn't do it fake.
I wouldn't do it fake, but anyone with any kind of credibility in their market wouldn't put the buyer or the seller on the phone. They wouldn't be on for doing that. No one would do that. Would you do that?
Would I do that? Maybe.
Yeah, but because you would put it on your podcast and it would make views. But what I'm saying is,
I'd do it. What about when I next buy a car from you?
well, you've done it with me.
Yeah, but
we've done it live in
but
person.
We did do that live, but I thought about that and I thought we both played it way too easy.
Well, I'm just an easy person to deal with.
Or I offered too much.
It was probably a mixture.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll try and find a way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've had different TV shows and stuff filmed here before that have come down and wanted to do like a
We
fly
could
in
do
the
it
wall.
without being wanky.
I know,
surely.
but I've been in the situations where I've said to a customer, and you have to understand, I'm not saying I am natural in front of a camera, but I'm probably a lot more natural than most people, and it comes off so awkward when it's not real. The audience know what's real and what's not real. And when someone's on loudspeaker and they're talking to a guy who, by the way, the questions that they're asking, their tone of attitude, I talk to people every single day about their car that they want more money for, or a car that they want to pay me less money for.
Yeah, I've heard you.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't sound like these idiots doing this fake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid. Yes, an 11-year-old might believe it. It might be, oh, that guy's cool. I heard him do a deal on £1 million car. Like, it's total bollocks. And anyone who is an adult and has grown up can see and hear that.
Okay. That's kind of challenged me, though, to see if we can do it well.
The only person we're going to do it well with is you. You need to buy another car. Simple as that.
All right. 355 GTS.
I haven't got one.
No, I know you haven't got one. We're not going to do it now.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're always fucking ready. You offered me stupid money for my Testarossa.
No, I just offered you your money back.
Yeah, which is
I didn't
stupid money.
know you knew the value.
All right, well, I'm looking for a 355 GTS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mate had the best one.
Yeah. Has he still got it?
No, sold it.
Silly boy.
So he, this is Rob's friend.
Yeah.
Can we name him?
Yeah, he won't mind.
Yeah, I don't know. What's his surname? Matt?
Matt Fidesz.
Matt Fidesz. So Michael Jackson's head bodyguard. Rob introduced us together. We've done a couple of deals. Lovely guy. Great stories.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. And he bought a manual Ferrari 355 GTS.
Which is what I want.
It's a wonderful car.
Yeah.
And
What did he pay for it?
I think he paid about 140
That's
for
too
it.
much.
But the stipulation he had when he bought it from the guy he bought it from was the guy asked him kindly to offer him the car back before he sold it to anybody else.
Right.
So Matt offered me the car, and obviously it wasn't worth 140, but
Yeah.
it was worth 125.
Yeah.
And he offered me the car, and obviously we're very close. Matt, we're close. So he offered me the car back, and he said, before you make a decision, and I was going to buy the car, and he said, before you make a decision, I promised the guy I bought it from that I would just give him first refusal.
Yeah.
And he then called me back 10 minutes later, and he said, Carl, the guys gave me my money back. What I paid him, he paid me. There you
Yeah.
go.
Fair enough.
So that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But he had a really good car, actually. Red cream, manual, lowish mileage, GTS.
Yeah. Yeah, I want one.
It's a good car. I've got an F1 Spider.
Don't want an F1.
It's only done 3,000 miles.
And it's blue.
It's Tour de France.
It's blue.
Yeah, you like blue? You want red?
Well, surely you've got to. I mean, I know you're going to say why that car's great, but surely you've got to have a red.
Do you know what?
Rosso red.
Colours, and this is another sign of somebody who doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to selling a car. You can't tell someone that their favourite colour isn't blue.
No.
You know? Oh, you don't want a blue one? Well, I do want a blue one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
So
mean?
you're just going to rub them up the wrong way.
Yeah, you know, if someone would say to me, now I can tell them
Why blue's good.
what colour might achieve the most in the market, and the more, but you're going to have more buyers for a red car, and a red car is going to be worth more than a blue car,
Right.
but not to a guy who wants a blue one.
No. So that blue one you've got, that's F1 though, isn't it?
That's F1, yeah.
And surely you want a manual. Well, I want a manual.
Yeah, I would want a manual, but you know
Yeah.
that car done 3,000 miles in
Right.
manual is over 200,000.
And how much is that one?
130
Right. And this is the convertible one.
Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, a GTS manual, low mileage, it's a good car.
Yeah.
Safe car. It's just never going to be worth any less.
No. Have you ever had in any Lotus Esprits?
Lots of trouble, usually serious. That's the acronym for Lotus.
You love Lotus, don't you?
I wouldn't touch a Lotus.
No?
No.
So if
Wouldn't
someone,
touch Lotus.
but
I don't know what
wouldn't you buy anything for the right money though?
Yeah, of course I would. But
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't put a Lotus on my stocking list.
It's not the right
No,
brand.
no. I don't know. I mean, Lotus, Tesla. Don't know. You tell me what's worse.
Would you ever sell a Tesla here?
No.
No,
It's
what about
electric.
We know what you think about electric.
We know what I think about electric cars.
Yeah. Okay, so no Lotus Esprit. All right then, fine. All right, let's. Maybe you can rate some of my cars.
Yeah, please.
So I've got 2015 Lamborghini Aventador. It's grey. I don't know.
Roadster.
Roadster. Probably what? 20,000 miles.
I love that car.
Yeah.
Good car.
Okay, I think paid 255 for it, but quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I expected it to drop
Yeah.
40 grand a year.
Oh no, it's not dropped quite that much,
no.
but it'd be worth.
But I've had that years, fully paid off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that car today, it has a retail figure of 185.
Yeah. It's all right, isn't it?
It's not too bad.
255 down to 185. I've
Yeah.
driven it.
You've done miles
it.
in it. you
Yeah.
know.
I'll probably just keep it.
It's not going anywhere.
So that's an all right one to
That's
have.
a good car.
Okay.
Servicing costs have got dear on them though.
Yeah. Well,
Lamborghini have really just hiked their prices up.
Lamborghini are always upselling us everything, and most of it you don't need. But to be fair, when we go back and say no, just do this, they normally just say okay, and just do the standard service instead of every time saying we need a new gearbox when we don't. And
I know, you know, and
is
also
that common across?
Yeah,
all?
of course it is.
Yeah.
It's you know, it depends how busy a service centre is, depending on how much they want to.
Right.
You know, take
Upsell
from
you.
you. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, if they've had a quiet month and you need a new gearbox,
They're going to tell
simple
you.
as that.
Yeah.
We've been quiet this month.
Yeah.
We could do with an extra 12 grand. You need a new gearbox, mate.
Yeah. Okay. 1989 Ferrari Testarossa, Rosso, crema leather, 18,000 miles.
Good car.
Paid 105 for it.
Yeah, cheap car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, it wasn't cheap at the time. It would have been, you know, the market price what
Yeah.
you paid for it at the time.
Yeah.
Good car. That car. I've just sold a very similar car.
512 TR?
No, I had a 512M, a 512 TR, and a Testarossa, but I didn't advertise the Testarossa because I sold it before I advertised it.
What did you sell it for?
150.
Okay, and how many miles?
I think it had done 21.
Oh, okay. So,
So
I'd
similar-ish.
probably get similar value.
Yeah.
Do you think the 512 TR is worth the extra money?
Yeah, because everything that's wrong with a Testarossa is rectified in a TR.
Yeah, except the way it looks.
Don't you like the way it looks?
It does not look. I mean,
It looks exactly like a Testarossa.
No, it doesn't. The front's different.
No, that you're on about an M.
Oh, okay, because the front, it looks like they've taken the 355 front and put it on.
Yeah, so
The
okay.
the M looks like two cars put together.
So the M, do you know what? I didn't know this, but not a lot of people like the M.
Well, it's ugly as shit.
Well, I quite like it. It's got the clear glass lights.
And how much did you sell the M for?
I sold the M for 300,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sold
And the
the TR for 260.
That feels to me like hype. I paid 105 for my Testarossa. It's the same car,
But
basically.
for instance, the M is only one of 500, and it's the last variant of a Testarossa. The
But
TR,
do you think it's worth paying that much more, though? Like nearly 3 times the price?
the TR and the M are completely different driving cars to a Testarossa.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy it for driving experience.
But I think a Testarossa is a good-looking car,
Yeah.
and I think
I
a
agree.
TR is a better-looking car, and it drives better.
Okay. I bought a 4-year-old, newest version until that thing came out, DBS, for 138. What do you think about that?
I think they're good value for money. They've dropped a lot since
It
then.
was 305 new.
I know that car is 110.
So that's not dropped that much. I've had it 2 years.
Yeah. But what a car for 110. I mean, I doubt there's a better value for money car.
Yeah. Did that drop when the new...
No, it just, Astons drop.
Yeah, they do a lot.
They just drop a lot.
Why wouldn't you just wait 3 or 4 years and get one?
Well, because you want one now, and you just, that's
But then
why.
you don't have any discipline. I want one now.
Well, you just have too much money.
Maybe. I clearly don't have too much money.
Neither do I, because I would wait.
Yeah.
But there's people out there, and I deal with them every day. They just want one now because in 3 years they could be dead, or in 3 years they might not even want one. I want something else now.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I've never really understood, and this is a stupid thing for me to say, but I've never understood people who go on waiting lists for cars.
Why don't you understand that?
Well,
Don't they want to, because they want to get it at list price probably?
yeah, but so let's use Ferrari as an example. Ferrari have big waiting lists for cars. 3-4 years sometimes, can be 3 or 4 years. And you have to send them 50 grand for your deposit, and that's tied up for 4 years. In that 4 years, like Rolex, like Patek, like any big brand, they have a price increase every year. Why not just pay £50,000 over list instead of paying the same price in 4 years? Because in that 4 years, I guarantee the car will have increased.
Don't you hold the price?
No.
You pay what it will retail with.
The price is not the price until it's ready to pay for.
Right. And what you've probably had to do is buy 3 shitty
Well, no, say you didn't.
Romas.
Well,
or
that's another way of skipping the list.
Yeah, but
that's
that's not
another way of-
guaranteed either, is it?
It's
They
not
just-
guaranteed.
no.
But what I mean is, I don't know, some people are just, it's not that they're wrong, I just have never understood it. I don't have patience for something, and if I want something today, I probably don't want it tomorrow.
Right.
So
you don't mind paying over list for things?
No, I don't mind paying over list for things because I mind paying over the market value for it. So
Right.
would I pay £1 million over list for a Ferrari F80? Yeah. Because that will be the market price.
Right.
If I wait, I'm still not going to get one. And that's the market price today. Would I pay 1.5 over list for one? No, because I don't believe that will be the market price. So I'm not paying this watch, that watch. If you can't get one at list, would you rather wait 4 years and save 20% or just fucking have it?
Yeah, but some things, they go double and triple over list and I just don't think they're fucking worth it.
Yeah, some things do, but it depends how much you want it. Depends how much you want it.
Yeah.
If I really wanted something, then once again, you just look at what the market value is. The market price.
But then if they're 2 or 3 times over list,
it doesn't mean you've paid double over list and it's only worth list. It's worth double over list because there's more than one person wants to buy it.
Yeah, but the thing is, then it's got a lot more room to drop.
Yeah, but I've paid double price for things in the past
Patex, I guess.
that have gone up. No, I've actually never paid over list for a watch ever, not ever. I've had Richard Mille, Patex. I've got off catalogue Patex, Rolexes.
Is that because you've been buying them for years and you've got the dealer history?
No, I started buying. I've always been into watches, but I never started buying sort of new watches, as in me being the first owner, until 2019. So
Right.
I'm quite new to it, really.
Do you think it's because of who you are?
I think it's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I think it's also got a lot to do with I wear them, And my AD has told me before that Patek have actually commented to the dealership and said, we like selling him watches because
you don't just flip them, you mean?
we see, not that he doesn't sell them, but he puts them on.
Yeah.
I've got watches for £500,000 or more, and I wear them.
Yeah.
And I'll be seen on your show with one on. I'll be seen in a photo with one on.
Yeah.
It's good. It's branding. It's the marketing for them. It's advertising for them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because a lot of people buy those watches and just stick them in the safe.
Stick them in the safe.
Yeah, and so they never get seen.
Yeah, or they sell them to somebody who sticks them in the safe.
Yeah, they flip them.
Which, look, is fair. It's your
It's not fair. They don't like you doing that, do they?
They don't like you doing it, but your property is your property. You should be able to do what you want. But don't mislead.
Yeah, all right. Then your property is your property until you take a Ferrari and change the wheels, and you're a celebrity, and then Ferrari won't sell your car anymore.
That's right.
So your property isn't your property if you're Ferrari, because Justin Bieber can't get a Ferrari now, can he?
I think he probably
really.
Can. Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been blacklisted.
I think that's
Ferrari.
great publicity.
Oh, what? Just to fuck off a big celebrity?
No. What brand could turn around to an A-list celebrity and say, you can't buy our product? If you've never heard of that brand, which everyone in the world has heard of Ferrari, but all of a sudden Ferrari's on the tip of your tongue. You're in the pub, hey, did you hear what Ferrari said to Justin Bieber? It's great branding. It's great. I'm not saying it's true or false. I'm saying it was a great move.
Okay, so you said it's your property.
Because do you think Justin Bieber gives a fuck?
I don't know.
You can't just buy a Ferrari
He's got
from
bigger
one...
problems, I think.
Yeah. You can't just buy a Ferrari from one place.
So you could
Buy
just
them
go and
wherever you
get a
want.
used one.
Yeah, just do
you could
whatever
buy
you
one
want.
off they individual, couldn't
So
they?
they have taken an A-list celebrity who everyone in the world
It's not the
knows.
only one. It's people who aftermarket them, isn't it?
Is it as little as wheels, or is it when they're changing?
I was flippant when I said that.
Yeah,
I think that
I know the designer, Philip Plein.
Okay, yeah.
Has
he got a collection?
He's got some
We
lovely
need to
Ferraris.
get him on Cars and Money.
Yeah, he's got some lovely cars, really nice cars. And he'd be great to tell this story. He wouldn't be able to tell it because he'd have to sign an NDA, I'm sure. But he basically wrapped one of his cars.
Yeah.
And wrapped it the same color as this pair of these like sparkly trainers that he was bringing out. Wrapped it like the same color, just for marketing. Ferrari did not like it, and Ferrari tried to sue him, but it was settled outside of court. So I don't know if they pulled out. I don't know what happened. But what I do know is not long afterwards, he did take delivery of a new SF90.
Right.
So
they came to a deal.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't...
And I don't think he'd done much wrong. He only wrapped his car and, used it as a... Suppose they thought he was using it as a marketing tool, but who doesn't use their car as a marketing tool?
I'm just going to grok what it says.
Yep.
Which celebs are blacklisted from buying Ferrari and why. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure this is a thing. Actually, I'm going to... I've been a bit critical of Ferrari, and who the fuck am I? I'm just a guy, right? I get it. But I'm allowed my opinion. This is our show. I'm allowed my opinion. But actually thinking about it, if I owned Ferrari, would I want... Philip Plein, is that how you say?
Plein, I'm not really sure.
Would I want him putting Diamante encrusted all over the car? No.
But it's his, who cares?
But then if you just allow anyone to do anything to your cars...
Have you seen what Justin Bieber done to his Rolls Royce?
No.
My God.
Justin Bieber, banned for modifying his 458 Italia with a Liberty Walk wide body kit and a blue wrap.
Yeah, I remember the car now.
Kim Kardashian, banned for taking a 458 Italia as a wedding gift from a Malaysian businessman linked to financial fraud.
That's not her
Floyd
fault.
Mayweather, blacklisted for frequently buying and selling Ferraris within months.
Yeah.
So he's flipping them like people. 50 Cent, banned after his Ferrari 458 battery died in 2000, leaving him stranded. He posted it on Instagram calling it a fucking lemon. Banned. So is this right or wrong for them to do
I
this?
don't know. Look,
You seem to be changing your mind.
well, no, because I don't agree with someone banning you from selling a property that you own. You own that; it's yours. You paid for it.
So Floyd Mayweather did it, and now he's been banned from buying.
But I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Okay, but even if they do it multiple times,
I think maybe they should push him further down the list.
Yeah.
Or put other people priority in front of him, of course. Right. But obviously, he got to the front of the list because he's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
You know, and then what he's done is he's taken some big cars and flipped them and earned some money.
Yeah.
Which was naughty because he deceived them. But
you've just said it's his property; he can do what he wants.
And he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Once it's his.
Yeah.
But I think by saying you're not allowed to come and buy one anymore,
You think that's good marketing?
I think it's great marketing for Ferrari, because Ferrari, what they're doing, they're elevating themselves above these A-listers,
Yeah.
and they're going, you're not good enough.
Right, because if you think about it,
So
these four celebs...
So Jeff down the road,
Yeah.
who is getting his new Ferrari next month,
Thinks he's better than Floyd
thinks
Mayweather.
he's better than... Floyd Mayweather can't get one, 50 Cent can't get one, Justin, but I can. It's great marketing.
And let's be honest, it's not going to make them bankrupt not selling cars to those four people, is
That's
it?
what I'm saying. Then, you know, it's not that they can ever achieve any more out of cars. They have to sell them at list price.
Yeah.
They sell them to list price if they sell them to the Sultan of Brunei, or they sell them to me. It doesn't make any difference to them.
Yeah.
They're just, the price is the price. And if one of us doesn't have it, there's a person right around the corner who will.
Yeah.
So they're not going to lose anything.
All right. Yeah, I'm on the fence about this.
Yeah. I think it's great marketing.
Yeah. Okay. Should we do a quick fire round?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see what we've got. What's the most underrated supercar right now? And why?
What is the most underrated supercar? I prefer undervalued. That's how I rate things, is on value.
Yeah, but then it's the same thing, isn't it? Underrated in your world would be, okay, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's a good car.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no, I get you now. I get you now. An SF90. Ferrari SF90.
What are they now?
250 to 270. Cost 500.
I mean, last time I came here, I think they were about 350.
Yeah. They won't stop falling.
No?
And what a car. Incredible car.
Yeah. I mean, that thing is, like everyone says it, I've never driven one.
Oh my God, absolutely incredible. People just need to wake up to these cars and go, wow.
Why is no one buying one then? Why are they dropping so hard?
But, you know, it's basically a shrunk down version of a LaFerrari. And a LaFerrari doesn't stop going up in value, and they don't stop going down in value.
So at what point are they a bargain?
Now, I think.
Do you think they're going to come down more?
Well, if you asked me that when they were 300,000...
Well, you told me to buy one at 350, and I thought I'd wait.
I know.
And now they're 250.
Yeah. I know.
You'd have cost me 100 grand.
They will not... You can put this on film and save this.
Yeah.
They will not get to 200,000, ever. Never, ever, ever. Ever will they get to 200,000.
Right. So you think they're cheap now?
I think they're so cheap now.
And you've had loads. And
Yep.
Did you sell a few, do you?
Sell loads.
Yeah.
Sell loads. And they're not an easy sell.
Why?
Just, no one really wants them. I don't know whether I'm blind. I think they look good. They drive great. Big problem with them, and it's their biggest problem actually. There's absolutely no luggage space whatsoever. None. Not zero.
Right.
Not a shoebox can fit in that car.
Right. Yeah.
So if you wanted a weekend away, you wanted to go on a Euro trip, it's impossible. You can't do it. You just can't do it.
Okay. What's the most overrated supercar right now?
Koenigsegg.
You do know we want to get Christian on this show.
Well, we do want to get Christian on this show. I'm talking about cars that I've had in the past. I haven't had any new Jescos or the newer models. So I don't know, but I just think if I'm spending £3.5 million on a car, personally, I just buy a Bugatti. Like, I don't even look at Koenigsegg in that bracket. I'm not saying they're bad cars. It's just they've priced themselves at the very, very, very top of the market. And I just think there's so many cars you can buy for that price. You buy a LaFerrari. Would you rather have a LaFerrari or a Jesco?
I've not driven a Jesco. They look lovely and they seem insane. But yeah, I'd probably rather have a LaFerrari.
What about a Chiron or a Jesco?
Yeah, Chiron.
So that's what I'm saying.
But who am I?
Who am I? I just think...
You're Carl Hartley.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I just think...
I'm just a dumbass with a few cars.
I just think that the price bracket that they're in...
Way overpriced, you think?
I think they're way overpriced, yeah.
Yeah.
But they make over list. So obviously I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Every time I come here, we talk about McLaren, and I want to talk about McLaren again. Mm-hmm. Have they sorted their shit out? Because they seem used to be very cheap, and some of the cars look nice, and I hear horror stories of, damage to the front of the car, that's 25 grand, the service is shit. There must be a reason they drop so hard. But then some people are now starting to say they are great cars and they're not having the same issues.
They're fantastic cars. It depends what model, though. I'm quite model conscious on a McLaren, if I'm honest. I think...
So what's a dog?
A McLaren GT. Shit. Like rubbish.
Right. What else is a dog?
A McLaren Artura.
That's that's a newish.
It's a newish model.
Yeah. It's like a little. Doesn't really know what it is.
It's awful.
It's like that old. What was it? The MP.
No, the MP412C is a good car.
No, it's not.
It is.
Weren't they like really?
They're 50 grand.
Yeah, for a reason. It looks shit. I've driven it. It's the most boring car to drive.
Yeah, it doesn't have the flair of a Ferrari. And what hurt that car as well is it went head to head with a 458. I mean...
That's when I bought my 458.
A 458 is just a legendary car. That car is... I'm selling 458s for more than I'm selling 488s.
Really?
And more than I'm selling F8s for.
What are you selling 458s for now?
Just sold one for 210,000.
What, is that because naturally aspirated?
Last naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
It won like engine of the year for...
It was such a fun
for
car.
like 4 years in a row. It's
I
a
mean,
great car.
the 488 does look better from the front, doesn't it?
I like a 488,
Yeah.
but people have this.
They don't sound.
They don't sound as good
I
as
had
a
the
458.
458. I test drove the 488 when I had to give 100 on top of mine, and I thought this is like 20 grand better. It's not 100.
Yeah, no, you're right. And now a 458 is more money.
So what's a 488?
You pick up a 488 for 140.
That sounds like all right money for that car.
Yeah, and the cars are cheap. They're good cars. It's just whether or not.
Could you get the 488 and put a decent exhaust on it? Can
Yeah.
you make that sound better?
Yeah, you can, but still, people don't like the way the power's delivered because it's turbo. Now, I
Yeah.
like turbo cars.
Even on an F40.
I mean, that's what makes it.
That's what kills you.
That's what kills you.
Yeah.
You always like what kills you.
Okay, so
Smokers like smoking.
Yeah,
Simple. If you didn't like smoking, you wouldn't smoke.
true. Okay, so you're saying people don't like the turbo power.
I think a 488 is a really good car. For me, I can't get my head around why a 458 is more money.
Yeah.
Because the technology inside of a 488 is better. Everything overall is just better. I think it's a better looking car than
Yeah.
a 458. Even though I think a 458 is a good looking car, just 488 looks newer.
Yeah.
And am I willing to sacrifice age, technology, and looks for naturally aspirated? No. No, I'm not.
No. So can you still get some half decent McLarens pretty cheap?
Yeah, 720S.
Used. How much is a 720S used?
110, 115.
110. What were they new?
300,
So
330.
they must be a dog. There must be something about them that's a dog.
It
Why
was-
would they drop that hard?
They dropped that much because at the time McLaren just had this really bad stigma about them that all their cars set on fire. None of them work. I mean, it's all bollocks.
Yeah.
It's all rubbish. Yes, a few did set on fire. Right.
Well, you only need 1, 2, and it to go public.
Yeah,
don't you?
they just people who talk bad about McLaren are people who don't have a McLaren or have never had a McLaren. I think a 720S is a 720 brake horsepower, daily usable, good-looking McLaren.
Yeah.
It's like
100
no-brainer.
odd grand.
No brainer.
So earlier I said undervalued supercar or entry level. You said Hurricane at 110.
Yeah, I probably wish I'd have said that now.
So you'd add the 720S
Yeah,
in.
because you're buying a 2018 720S with the doors go up.
Yeah.
Great performance. I mean, that car destroys an Aventador.
Yeah.
Performance-wise.
Well, it was a bit of an older model, a newer model, wasn't it?
Yeah, but still, you're talking V12 6-litre Lamborghini
Yeah.
versus a similar, car in a V8 turbo McLaren. McLaren make great cars.
Yeah.
The 765 is unreal.
And how
A
much are they now?
675 is unreal.
How much is a 765 used?
250,
And the 675?
200.
Is that a similar car, just smaller?
Yeah. So what happened was the model was a 650. That came after the MP412C. The next model was a 650, which was a lot better car than the MP412C. A 650 now is pennies still, 70 grand, 60, 70 grand.
Right.
So they're a good car. But they did have a few problems, more so with the paintwork than anything else. They just corroded quite a lot.
Right.
Anyway, they made a version of the 650 called a 675, long tail.
Yeah.
So slightly longer, more aero, faster engine, more power, more track focused. Great car.
Yeah.
But they made 500.
So that's a 675 LT?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are they, money-wise?
200.
And they only made 500 of them?
Yeah, they're cheap.
And what's a 765? You said 250, is it?
250.
Do they do an LT of that?
That is the LT.
Oh, okay, fine.
So then the 765 is the LT version of the 720S.
Right. Okay. Fucking get confused.
There's a lot of numbers that go around.
Yeah.
I keep getting it mixed up with the Elva. They made one called the Elva. And
That
the
sounds
Elva...
like a vagina.
Yeah, exactly. So I could have said McLaren vagina. The Elva is basically, it's like a 720S with a different body and no windscreen.
Oh.
You remember the one I'm talking about?
Right, yeah.
It's like, $1.5 million list. It's like half price.
Okay, now.
If you can achieve half price. I mean, I probably couldn't sell one for half price. Just don't have the client for it.
Wow. Okay. What's one car you've never owned but you'd love to?
A Ferrari 250 short wheelbase.
Why?
Probably my favorite classic car. It's beautiful. It's the pinnacle of the 60s. So cool.
And how much is one of those going to be?
$8 million. They're bought and sold in dollars.
Right.
$8 million. Beautiful car.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever walked away from a deal and you regretted it because you could have made a load of money and you didn't?
I walked away from deals that I've regretted. But I
Don't give me this no regret shit.
No, but I would have regretted it for a couple of hours.
But there must be one stinger. There is always one.
And there's been deals that I've done that I've regretted because of the value of the car now. Like
Okay,
sold,
which one?
Sold a Pagani's Honda Cinque for £1.2 million. It's worth £12 million today. Did I regret it at the time? No, because I earned loads of money out the car when I sold it. So I didn't regret it. It wasn't until 10 years later I regret selling that. But it's like someone who sold their Bitcoin at $100.
Oh, no, they regret it. They all regret it.
Yeah, but what about if each Bitcoin owed them 10 cents?
As in they bought them at 10 cents. Yeah.
You've always got an out. Always got an out. So, I shouldn't have sold that at $100. No, but you'd definitely sold it at $1,000. And you still would have been 100 times worse off.
Yeah.
So you've always got an out.
Is there any one car you've ever had you thought, I shouldn't sell that, just leave it here? Because you could surely leave one or two cars and just not sell them.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, look, to be honest, if I could fill this showroom up with Bugatti Veyrons and Enzos, I would.
And you just keep them, and you think they just keep going up and up and up.
Should do. I won't, because I haven't got the discipline to do that.
Or do you just like selling cars?
I like selling cars. I like earning money.
Yeah.
I'm not earning any money if I'm not selling anything.
Well, you are, because if they're appreciating in value, and you're doing less work.
I know, but
You're not.
if I wasn't at work, I'd spend more than I was earning. I'd spend more than they earn.
Does this stop you from all your addictions?
It does. It keeps me safe.
Okay. What is the biggest lie that's told in the car industry, or a secret that's kept in the car industry?
There's two different car industries. There's the new car industry, which is your manufacturers, supplying new cars. And there's the used car industry. You can't really tell too many lies in the used car industry, unless you tell someone that you are going to pay them for their car and you don't, which is very common these days. But in new cars, your car will be here in August. That's the biggest lie you'll ever hear.
Right.
No, it's not.
What about, if you buy 10 of these normal cars, you get this super limited edition
But that's not
car.
a lie, though.
Yes, it is. They
No, it's
tell
not.
you that they're going to do it, and then they don't do it.
Well,
That's called a lie.
most of the time they do it, and it
Do
depends.
they?
Yeah.
I mean, your dad said Porsche are at it, saying that they tell you that they buy you buy a few of these cars and you can get the GT3 RS, and then although
But
you can't, the allocation is gone, and yada yada.
What it doesn't tell you is someone will say, if you buy a Taycan, you will get a GT3 RS. Right, okay. That's a lie. But that's what they will tell you, because that's a lie.
So that's not necessarily Porsche's fault, just to be clear. That could be someone in the dealership saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Porsche don't allocate their cars. They allocate their dealerships with cars.
Right.
So the manufacturers, they're not lying.
Yeah.
It's the dealerships that are going, right,
Right.
who's giving us the biggest backhander in the way of who's buying the stock off of us and giving us the most money, our used stock.
Did Porsche not police that, though, in any way?
How can you?
Okay. So when you say backhander...
And this is what I love. I'm skipping here, but
Yeah.
this is what I love about Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe choose their clients, not the dealers,
Yeah.
not the ADs.
Right. So
Your name is on the card in the factory, not in the dealership.
Yeah. Which means you can't go to the dealer and offer him a
Exactly.
lump of money
Makes no difference.
to allocate a car.
Makes no difference.
But that happens in the car industry,
It happens in the car industry. It happens in every other watch brand industry,
but not Patek.
but you can't do it with Patek. You
Right.
just
So
can't do it.
why don't the car manufacturers take on that then? They
I
want to sell
don't.
cars.
I don't
Porsche
know.
aren't doing very well at the moment, are they?
No Porsches. Well, I sold one Porsche last week that was doing quite well. It was an overlist car, which was a
Yeah.
new GT3
But I think
Touring.
Porsche as a general brand is struggling.
I think they're contradicting themselves, because they went balls deep with this electric. Like, let's go full electric. We're going full electric. We're going full electric. And now we're like, no, we're not doing electric anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're not doing electric anymore.
Oh, they're not now.
They've given a date where they're pulling out of electric.
So those Taycans that are already dropping like a stone are going to drop like a rock.
I mean, that's the most unsaleable car in the world that I can ever remember.
I mean, surely it's a good time to buy a Taycan Turbo S now.
Why would you want to take on Turbo S?
Well, you
it's
could
like saying it's a good time to have herpes. Like, it's never a good time.
Come on, like for 50 grand, a Taycan Turbo S is a good car for 50 grand.
It'd be worth.
It's just you just run around in it and never sell it.
What you do to the brakes when it breaks.
Just leave it. You only pay 50 grand.
So
for it.
you've chucked away 50 grand.
Well, no, because the brakes won't go straight away. You'll probably have it a few years, and then even if you don't want to replace the battery because it's too much money, you'll lose a few grand a year. No.
No.
You're just biased that you hate electric cars.
I don't feel like anyone likes cars if they drive an electric car.
But what about if you've got more than one car? You've got 3 cars or 4 cars or 5 cars or whatever, and you want a run around. You don't want to have to go to the petrol station, and you only work a few miles down the road.
How long does it take to charge your car?
Well, you can just leave it in the garage and charge it overnight.
How long does it take?
I don't know. Just plug it in. I mean, I don't have an electric car.
Why not?
I had a hybrid Panamera Turbo S. Quite like that.
Yeah, that wasn't the end of the world.
No,
But
and it still had the
Yeah.
naturally aspirated
Yeah, yeah.
engine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly car, but done a good job.
Not the newest. The newer ones, I don't think it's that ugly.
I think it's quite ugly, but I think they do a good job. You're a good daily, good user car.
I mean, it's a lot fucking better looking than that Pura Sangue, and a lot better value.
I will give it to you. It's better value. I think a Pure Sangway looks good.
What did what was the nickname?
Purosaurus.
Yeah. So it looks like a baby dinosaur. How can that be better looking than a Panamera?
I think
Turbo
they're
S?
cool. I like them. I
At
think they're cool.
350 grand, you think they're cool?
At 300, I think they're very cool.
That's still way too much money.
Not
for
really,
them.
because at that point...
That's a rip-off.
Yeah, but
you sold me an RSQ8 for what, 115?
Yeah.
I've had that. My wife uses that, goes everywhere with that.
Yeah.
Why would you pay 300 for a Pure Sangway when you can get 100 grand RSQ8 with all the, what is it, the Vorsprung, with everything on it? Why?
Because it's a Ferrari.
Well, then just get a Ferrari that's a Ferrari.
But what about if you have got 2 kids?
Well, get an RSQ8.
But what a Ferrari?
But you could get an RSQ8 and a Ferrari for less than a Pure Sangway. You could get a 488 and an RSQ8 for probably 250, 260.
But the person who buys a Pure Sangway isn't entertaining buying.
Even
an
your
old
brother
Ferrari.
said he bought one and it was, your brother, and he was like, I got him to.
Yeah,
he thought ridiculous.
And do you know
way
what?
too much money.
Do you know what? When Tom had his one for his wife,
which he lost 100 grand in about a minute and a half.
yeah, he actually lost more. I'll tell you why. He had the car and he had a really early one, and I had a client willing to pay me £100,000 over list.
And what was list?
400, say.
So he was. Someone was prepared to pay.
Oh, I've sold loads of
500,000.
I've sold loads of that.
There's humans alive.
Yeah.
That are paying £500,000
I've sold loads.
for a Pure Sangway.
I've sold loads of that.
How do you keep a straight face? How can
That's
you not
the
laugh
market,
at them?
because
How can you not piss
because
yourself?
I never paid list. I paid over list to get the car.
But how can you not?
People want to do what they want to do.
So you just let them.
Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell someone what to do? It's their money.
Yeah.
And I said to Tom, look, I can sell this car for 100 grand over list.
And he said no.
Like, you're not getting 100 because I want to earn.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you'll get the majority of it, of course, it's your
Yeah.
car. And he said, no, won't sell it. And I was like, but Tom, you know, it's 100,000 over list. And he said, nope. Obviously, he's very close with Ferrari. He said, I wouldn't upset them for 10 times the price of the car. So he said, won't do it. And then I don't know what he sold it for, but I think he lost money. Well, I'm assuming he lost a lot of money.
Please educate me. I know I'm just a nobody, but please educate me on how a Pure Sangway is worth over 300 grand when it is not a proper 4x4. It's not even...
Ferrari won't acknowledge it as a 4x4.
No. And it's ugly, and you can get an RSQ8 for 100.
Because it's an RSQ8, it isn't a Ferrari. And you don't have the status.
You can get an RSQ8 and a 488
but the
for
person,
250.
the person who buys a Pure Sangway isn't looking at a 488. Doesn't want one.
No, but...
Maybe had one new, and now has got a new Ferrari.
Why would you not get... What are Uruses now?
What do they start at? Like you can buy.
What you can get a used Urus
You can
for?
buy a 2018 Urus for like 130.
Well, why wouldn't you buy that over a Pure Sangway?
Because a Pure Sangway is new. And it's a Ferrari.
I think Uruses are overpriced.
You've got to get yourself, Rob, in the mind space.
I don't have
these
to do
people.
anything, Carl.
No,
I
but
can do whatever I want.
You should put yourself in their mind space. Their mind space
I'm putting
is
myself in the position of the dumbass interviewer, so you can educate them.
okay. So the mind space of someone who pays 100,000 over list for a Pure Sangway, which is too much money to start off with,
Is they don't give
by
a fuck
the
about
way,
money.
Is they do very well.
Yeah.
They work very hard. They want the newest thing. That's it.
Right.
And if that's what
So
they
they
cost,
don't care what it looks like.
if that's what they cost, that's what it costs.
Because everyone was doing that with Urus, weren't they? Urus were moving up towards 300,000, weren't they?
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
well over 250. And that is an RSQ8 with a body kit on it.
With a Lamborghini badge, exactly. Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just get an Aventador on an RSQ8? You could get an Aventador on an RSQ8 now for the price of what an Urus was.
Yep, you can.
I must be the idiot. What am I not seeing?
It's the mind frame. The person who gives 100,000 over list for the new thing is not interested in the old thing.
So basically,
Not interested.
I care too much about how much I lose in a car. Basically.
You care too much about value. And I don't think you care too much. I think you're bang on the money, by the way, because I would think exactly like you think. But not everyone thinks like that.
No.
And if everyone did think like that, there would be no market for new cars. Because everyone knows today new cars lose money.
But everyone wants the new
But they
car.
don't care because they want a new car.
Right. Yeah.
Simple. This has gone over in my head for years. Why would that person buy that car for that price?
Like this new Vanquish, was it 400 and something?
410 new?
So in 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
that's going to start with a 2.
Yeah.
Why not wait then?
I don't want it in 3 or 4 years.
I'll just keep my DBS.
But I've got an old car then. I want the new thing. And I want it now. Because, because
I don't want it. Like a child.
I just want it. If you want something, you want it.
Yeah.
What you're going to have to eat on Saturday, the 25th of September, 2030. I want you to order it now, please. Right now.
All right. We'll go to Rocker. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
What about if Rocker's closed?
Well,
Then we're going to queue.
order it now.
Then we're going to queue up. We're going to queue outside of a laundrette because that's now what Rocker is on the corner. And we're going to go right. Well, we was a bit premature booking this table, wasn't we?
And your point is?
What I'm saying is, when you fancy sushi, you want sushi. Go and get sushi. Simple.
All right, then.